So yeah, where you guys left off was you guys had pushed to a supply depot that lost contact, turned out to be a bunch of traitors, massacred the poor bastards, um, rescued some guardsmen who had gotten their shit pushed in a pretty reasonable way, and then proceeded to kill the commander who was quote unquote possibly demon possessed and take some
Quote
prisoners
unquote
alive.
my ass. My asshole.
So with that, so you guys would be yeah, you guys basically did the trip back. Took 3 days to get a little bit of armor maintenance, patched up, check your gear, get some more bolter rounds and some frag and crack grenades and stuff like that. And in that time, you did also have another replacement show up to the squad. So now your tactical squad is still under strength, but is at 7 members now, which is cool. And that's Mr. Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this probably. Ruka Kagan. Did I say that right?
You got it.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead, Tom. You can describe your guy and introduce yourself to your battle brothers as you're seeing them coming in and getting their equipment and patching their space marine armors.
I mean, most likely he's standing or allocated a couple of training or battle servitors as a means to keep himself spry and fresh, waiting with the standing garrison instead of getting to be out in the field. So he's a little excited for it. He stands a little, not by a much, probably by a half hand, taller than your average space marine. His head and face are pretty heavily scarred, and he's covered some of it with some of it looks intentional and ritualistic. The other bits look a bit like they are worn proudly as marks for the chapter. His pale, he is pale pretty much as the standard moniker of the chapter. The pale skin, the deep black sclera eyes that stare soulfully like the monsters of the deep. The top of his head has 3 large braids that are gathered and tied back and that hang over his shoulder. Um, During the entire time of his training against the servitors, he keeps a very calm face. To doesn't really give over to the wrath of combat. It's more of just a cold, simmering rage that tends to build. And of course, he sees and would deactivate the training protocol before joining you. Greetings, my void brothers. I am honored to be repositioned within Ninth Squad. I hope that I live up to your expectations. My name is Ruka Kagan, Brother Ruka, if you will. I am to be your, well, new man-at-arms, it would seem.
We're always looking to get up to strength. Most of us are new here, so we'll have plenty of time to get to know each other.
I look forward to it.
Because I'm Brother Yaoni. Great to meet you.
Yeah.
Slaps your arm.
Leone.
It's always good to add another one to the fish tank, am I right?
He's a little motions crazy.
I want to be honest, brother. I think it's the fumes.
Our helmet's not environmentally sealed.
I'm going to be honest, brother. I take mine off constantly. Something about the smell of flesh just... Anyways.
Burning flesh.
Yeah, let's be a little more specific, Brother Aoni.
Sniffing the
The
boys.
smell of burning
yeah.
flesh.
Brother, it's a little sweaty. How's the taste smell? Take off that armor. Come.
promethium fumes and burning flesh and normal flesh and just the environmental smells of battle. I can understand why the space wolves leave their helmets off. Sometimes the smell is intoxicating. That of combat. Whew. Anyways, I have holes in my armor that need to be maintained. Excuse me, brother. Ruka. Start stepping away, whistling a tune.
I look forward to more encounters with you. You are very interesting one, brother.
Oh, got him. Got him. See, you told them.
Okay, and nobody else introduces themselves because they hate you.
That's fair.
I was expecting the sergeant to introduce himself first, but I
He
guess
did.
He did.
He
He
did.
was the first one to speak to me.
I heard him speak to you, but I never heard him actually give you his name.
That is true. He might be
Yeah.
correct.
All right. Well, I'll say my name after that. There we go. I've still introduced myself technically first.
Well, now my immersion's broken and I hate all of you.
Brother Sapoma will nod his head, introducing himself with a very, very curtly. He does not seem to be a very talkative sort.
Brother Corvon looks in the direction of the newest member.
And farts.
No. As long as you show up, I will have your back. That's it. Then he goes back to cleaning his chainsword.
You have no worries on that. I served with the 5th and the assault squads. I was repositioned with 8th Company after our foray against the orcs and the Ghoul Stars.
Brother Corvon finds interest. Ah! You killed the green bloods, I see. I just said green bloods. Why did I say green bloods?
Green skins, you mean?
They,
Yeah,
There you go.
they do have green blood.
Yeah.
that's not what I
Sometimes.
meant to say though. You should have
At
brain
least you
fart.
aren't smelling the flesh.
Ah.
Brother
Yes.
Corvon has a newfound bond with Brother Ruka.
Bond of cum. Shut up.
Yes, I served in the Vanguard when we engaged the freebooters in the dark spaces of the Ghoul Stars. Their tenaciousness only outlied by their relentlessness. The fighting took place over many boarding actions for several days. In the foray and my thirst for glory, my former Void Brethren were slain in combat. I was almost lost to my rage if Sergeant Aedon hadn't brought me back from the brink.
Brother Corvon is now going to go place his hand on Brother Ruka's shoulder, affirmingly letting him know that he's not alone. That's it.
I intend to be a hammer. Now they call the Emperor the Void Father.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I intend to be a hammer of the Void Father and a shield for my brothers. I was too lost in glory that day, and it is a shame I wept proudly. Just kind of with the tattoo on his face. It will not happen again.
Respect.
Brother
Respect.
Ruka
Two
and Brother
C's.
Corvon have like almost the same backstory.
Cut from the same
Now-
cloth, if you will.
Yeah, both of them
And
just went
now
ham
you have
against.
to kill
Sometimes
each
there
other.
may be some overlap when you put a fucking shit ton of sharks in a tank and shake up their backgrounds ever so slightly.
It almost is. It almost is like this game is meant for us to not have the same backgrounds
But fuck you.
or same chapters.
But they are
Sussy.
different. I mean, what the fuck do you think happens with other Space Marines? Oh, you fought orcs before? Yeah? Fuck, you're
Yeah, I
Space
fought
Marines.
orcs before too.
mean,
wow.
Oh, but we
Real-
both.
realistically, if you were with the Vanguard is usually only like 2 companies, 3 companies. You could have been in a different engagement in some of the same battles, but
Facts.
those also take place across massive sectors that have hundreds, thousands of
Yeah.
planets.
And it's like
So-
you guys are saying that it's from different areas and stuff like that, but it's like he's like, oh man, we're like almost the same background. He's like, no, not really. It's like he fought
if you
orcs,
count-
yes,
of course.
somewhere way over there, and you fought orcs, yes,
Yeah.
somewhere way.
Of course, if you cut it down to like, oh, you were in the Vanguard against the orcs, and it's like, yeah,
It's like,
No,
oh, okay.
it was the Vanguard against the orcs and like lost basically like.
Well, because
the
you both
vast
have the
majority
same
of those.
background pick. He just went
Yeah.
with it in an explanation
I
one way,
rolled,
and you went
man.
in
I'm
with the other.
sorry.
You went ham.
Nah,
I
you're good.
rolled.
Oh, that was me. I rolled it. It was just honestly hilarious. I mean, it was better than originally.
Nah,
when, like,
that's
the
it. Fuck
entire
both of you.
squad
You
rolled
both
the
have
exact same
disappointed the Void
background.
Father, the Space Daddy, the Darkness Papa. Like, fuck it. You fucked everything up.
Wait, who's the darkness papa?
It's the same guy. They're all the
Exactly.
same dude.
Who the fuck calls the emperor the darkness?
Touching
James
me, touching you.
Oh.
I don't know if everybody got that last one.
The Grace.
No.
I love that. I love the Darkness. It's a great band.
Leave it
but
a thick on love, man. Loving the Emperor.
the not the Mortifactors, but the Death Specters call the Emperor the waking light and darkness. So
There you go. See, I'm right. So
Yeah.
Darkness Daddy isn't bad.
Yeah. sure.
No, but he's the light in the darkness.
He could be the Space Papa.
That is his name.
That
That
sounds
is his
bad.
canon name.
Space
For the
Papa.
space
I
papa.
love it when you call me Space Papa.
For big psychic daddy.
Your big psychic. I am your psychic dominator, if you will.
Gosh.
All right.
Ready
You
for
will.
Chester, do you want to introduce your homie to this homie before you get whisked off for an
Oh,
interrogation?
homie to homie introductions, if you would.
Is that like Kurgan is the strong, silent, gentle giant kind of guy, so he'll reach out and shake your hand.
Yeah, you would,
Ooh, they're touching tips.
even through your armor, you would feel how noticeably cold his arm is.
Well, Ruka takes it with a smile, happy to see that he's not the goofy freak that his older brothers used to joke about as because of his height. This man seems bigger and strong as well. With you at our back, I'm sure our enemies will rout in their terror.
Pats him on the shoulder and goes back to being miserable.
Goes back to being mind violated.
Mission befriend
babes.
like Kurgan.
At this time, you see the Inquisitor and a handful of guards. Some you can see equipped with melt the guns.
No!
That too.
Ah!
Space Marine like Kurgan,
966.
if you would
No.
please. We have a discussion.
Sorry, what? What did it say?
He called out like Kurgan and says that he needs to have a discussion with him.
Our space wizard wannabe needs to talk to the space wizard investigator.
Fucking salutes the Inquisitor, because that's what you do, and then he goes to get his mind
You
read.
lick their hog. What?
After you.
Got that mind break tag going on.
Good God.
Goes. Gods, if you would please lead him to the detention area. I will be along shortly. Yeah, so
Who says that? The Inquisitor?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the old guy who you can't say shit to. So
Yeah, no.
shut your mouth.
No, but
But,
it still worries me that one of my squad is being detained.
You kind of know why.
I do know why.
He
Yeah.
immediately walks over to you and he looks at you, Ruka, and he goes, "Keep your distance for the next day or so, Space Marine. These gentlemen have had an encounter with a demonic form."
And we did our duty.
Didn't say that you didn't. But
Duty.
seeing protocol is still protocol, whether you succeed or fail, is it not, Brother Space Marine?
Yes, and we submit to your whatever tests and investigations you must run on us.
Good.
Why do you have to look at my butthole to make sure I'm not a demon? It's for science!
You have 3 hands? No? Alright.
Well, I mean,
Alright. Get your equipment turned in. Get it maintained. And then form up in the detention area for your,
For your prodding.
yeah, basically, for your interrogations and whatnots. Because I'm going to need a full report from you, Sergeant, as of with each of you. Where's the other brother, Aoni?
is Aoni not in the where we are? I thought he was just putting
Homie
his
walked
equipment away.
off almost immediately.
I thought all of
Well-
our stuff's in like a small area.
Yeah, but you guys
But
are
if
like
not, then
in
I'll
the
just-
immediate hangar area. Like you guys just got back. Is essentially what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just tell him that he's putting his equipment away.
I'll
Just
just
radio for him.
Yeah, we
You
have
do
the
that
helmet
too.
on.
The helmet.
You're
The
just
helmet.
radioing Ione to like report
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
That's
Ione,
helmet.
what is your location?
I'm heading to the armory to turn in my equipment and possibly go walk among the civilians in the courtyard.
How far away are you from the hangar? Because he's probably only been like a minute or two, right? He's not too far off.
It's like, judging by the distance, I don't know, a couple hundred yards.
Okay, come back. We're gonna have to submit for investigation by the Inquisitor.
Oh,
To
that's
return here,
right.
we will all have to return our gear, and then
That have
report
something
to
to
the
do with the woman
Inquisitors.
that I burned.
Yes,
Oh,
most definitely.
100%.
Yes.
Without a question.
By your command, Sergeant. I'm on my way. Click. Let me just
On my way.
say it back.
On my way.
I'll be there in a second.
So yeah, with that, you guys, yeah, Ruka, you would probably just spend the next like probably day and a half, like just kind of training, maybe wandering around, looking at the defenses and stuff, just waiting for their whole interrogation process to go through. And like, yeah, slowly but surely, starting with the sergeant going down, they would slowly let everybody out one by one after like getting their full recount. Is everybody just saying exactly what happened from start to finish?
Yep.
I have
Yeah.
no reason to lie.
And then, like Kurgan, are you like the Inquisitor's asking you questions and stuff and talking about your wounds and how you were hurt? Are you just giving him every detail, what you saw, what you heard, everything?
I'm giving him the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
All right. So he's takes that in. They just make note of it. He's like, "You said that the entity called your name. How did it know this?"
It peered beyond the veil and saw into me.
Now, given this, do you feel like you may be a possible weakness that can be exploited against your squad?
I would never betray my brothers.
Willingly, no.
It has made me colder, like the deep void. But I can better smell them now, and I will destroy them.
Can't say that having you isn't an asset, because it is. As far as psychic capabilities here, there aren't many on this planet at the moment. Besides your company librarian. Well, we're going to have your company librarian requested to come here, and he may be here within the next 14 or 16 days. We're not sure. But once he is available, I'm going to need you to make yourself available to be able to talk to him. Is that understood?
Yes, Lord Inquisitor.
He will do your final review process and make sure that you are clear of. Hey, till then, your sergeant will be asked to keep a close eye on you.
Understood.
And I will let you know, like Kurgan. If corruption is seen, you do know what will happen, don't you?
I give my life in whatever way I can for the Imperium, be it on the battlefield or slayed for my corruption.
Well, the Emperor protects. Either way. Go. I declare you fit for duty at the moment. Pending review.
He can take a duty now.
You know, takes the straps off, puts his pants back on, goes back out.
I don't even know why.
poopy.
I don't even know why I had to be naked for the talk. He didn't even look. He didn't even touch anything. I'm so confused.
Ice
I don't
penis
know.
slaps his nuts.
Just sit on this metal chair that has ice cubes on it naked.
You know,
if
it's
you will.
really, really fucking funny that you say that because in the third book of the Horus Heresy, after that stuff that happens to the main character, I think it's Garviel Loken, is
Yeah.
kind of brought before some lords, and he has to be naked as to, like, so he couldn't hide any weapons, I think, but it was still really funny because the talk was so short. It's like, I don't think he had to be naked.
Also, he is a weapon.
It's
Yeah,
true.
he is
That's
a
why I don't think it mattered.
Like Lord Malkador, did he have to be naked?
They didn't let him.
Did he have to be naked?
Absolutely.
Have you seen a Space Marine's dick? I have it. Shoot.
It's nice. It's a
I ain't
shame.
gonna pass up an opportunity to see some Space Marine dick. You know how it is.
It's just tradition in the Inquisition now. When you interrogate a space marine, they got to be naked.
Like, I ain't
That's
even
the
gay,
law.
but that dick was beautiful. Like, I'm just saying.
That is straight up emperor penis, right there.
Emperor
penis.
That's the Emperor's penis.
He got that from his granddaddy.
Fucking Space Papa. The psychic.
Which Primarch do you think got
dominator.
the best hog? I would put my money on Sanguinus.
Who's the Salamander's Primarch? He's black.
Vulcan.
There you go.
I want to say Doran. I want to say Doran. No man is that chill without having a massive.
He's
schlong.
not chill. He's
Yes, he
He's
is.
the opposite of chill.
Because Horus
Yeah.
has to have like
Warren
a
is
small
the
pair of
fucking
balls, right?
Illest
Like,
guy.
Yeah,
well, no,
gotta be like,
he's got big balls, but he's got a tiny pee-pee. Because he's like a little bit of a bitch cunt. Like, let's be real.
Lorgar though. Small hog, small sack. No question.
All even for a human.
Conrad Kurz.
Lionel Johnson, it's a
knee
vagina.
slapper. Straight knee
Yeah, no,
slap.
Conrad Kurz definitely has a huge
Straight-
hog.
straight
Small
knee
balls,
slapping.
though.
Lionel
Yes,
Johnson
okay.
has a vagina. Like, it's definitely an
Angron,
innie, not
definitely.
an outie.
100%
Angron,
Coochie.
definitely not. He was taking some drugs, and we know what happens when you do that.
No, Angron probably had his hog removed.
Guys, I'm
Room
just
for
so
more
proud
butcher's
because this
nail.
is the straightest conversation we've had. And I'm like, this is a really nice moment.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tongue kissing the homies goodnight, bruh.
Ain't another way to do it. Alright.
It's the homies. Good night.
So you guys give all the information to the Inquisitor and stuff. You get your interrogation. You guys spend a couple days healing, patching up, hanging out with your new squad mate and stuff. And
How did he fare under our honorary squad game, Smacknuts?
smack. Seeing as all you guys all have like Cermite cod pieces, probably fine. And
Initiation ritual, brother.
are those the sounds
Imperial
of bells,
Guards.
my lord? No, it is the Carcharodons training.
They are
Imperial
reminds me of that.
Guardsman walks by, and there's just 5 naked Carcharodons, just like deep squatting
Slap
and then
ass.
punching the other's nuts like a speed bag.
No, they're wearing nothing but the Cermite cod piece, like that dude in Reno 911 with the Kevlar cup, and they're just like hauling off and kicking.
Smart man.
No, it reminds me of the that meme where the dude's like, the judge is like, "That's it, bailiff, smack his nuts." No, you can't do this to me.
You can't do this. Yeah, I fucking love that. Hold on, there's a better one.
But
Bailiff's PP.
yeah, you guys basically just spend those days trading, getting your stuff together, healing, and all that. And your sergeant gets communications directly from the Imperial Guard commander. And then Sergeant Kainos also says after he gets a transmission that he has to step away for a second and contact the company captain. And after that call, Johnny, go ahead and tell them. Let them know.
We've been sent to. Can you bring up the map so I can see the actual name of the place?
Facts.
We've been routed to Ambianum
Indiana.
just
Not
to
that top
just
right
to
thing.
reinforce the garrison, and it's been signed off by the captain of the company. And unfortunately, there's nothing really that I can do about it. We're just sent there to sort of
Suck and fuck.
wait
Exactly.
and prepare.
And wait some more.
We've been overruled on this by the planetary governor, so
I'll be right back.
until further notice, those are our orders.
Yep. So, over the last like 5 days while you guys were doing your mission, then healing up and stuff like that, the hive city of Helium and the hive city of Arcadia fell and are now under nurgle
Oh,
control. There are armies pushing deep into Imperial territory right now, and reinforcements are arriving. And hopefully, it looks like there possibly will be a turning point soon. But the governor of Ambianum, yes, did go over the Imperial Guard commander's head and contact the planetary governor and request that Ambianum, a hive city of great value, yes, but is technically like fucking 80 kilometers from the front right now, to be reinforced, which has boasted for them to send 100 divisions that need to be amassed there over the next 20 days, and also requested that the 7 Space Marines in this quadrant have to be routed there to oversee and guarantee that the defenses are viable enough to basically defend the place. So your sergeant did contact the company captain, and with the company captain basically saying like, I'm kind of fucking in the middle of something in another quadrant. He goes, "What's going on?" He's like, told him the lowdown of what's happening. He goes, "Well, if there's only 13 divisions of PDF in Ambianum right now, that's not enough to defend it. So the governor has a viable qualm. You're gonna have to go there, make sure the defenses are in order, and if they are, leave as soon as you can." He goes, you have to at least go there. That's what he's saying. He goes, but I do give you the authority to say, after a designated amount of time, if the defenses are viable and you feel truly that this place can be defended by the amount of forces there, you can leave. So, still gotta go, but you don't have to stay that long, is what he's saying. So hopefully it'll only be like a few days and stuff as you make sure the dumbasses are knowing how to dig a hole properly and how to build a sandbag wall, basically. But you are getting fucked over by planetary government politics, so it is beautiful.
Government.
Yep. While that happened, the Inquisitor also did inform you of a location where there were a couple of possible either war gear or possibly lost relic items that are in enemy territory.
Ooh.
So those have been marked on the map. It's just to the south of the pink-purple square where you guys
Oh, is that what
had...
those squares are?
No, the squares are the 2 locations that you guys found out that the radio from the supply depot was contacting to.
Oh.
But to the south of that, right there, that's the location of the possible war gear or relics.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is there any chance we could hit those really quick before we shifted over to Ambianum?
No, because currently, as it stands, the request for you to be Ambianum actually was a day prior, but the sergeant basically kind of waited to talk to the captain before sending you off. So if you were to divert to there and then head to Ambianum, you're going to be like 5 days behind on an order. That's going to basically be like borderline desertion at that point.
A borderline order that we don't have to listen to because we have a higher ranking than them.
No, we are outranked here.
Yeah, the governor of Ambianum went over your guys' heads to the planetary governor. And the planetary governor has ordered.
I thought Space Marines were outside of that political.
We've been given to him to use in this
Oh,
theater
right,
of
okay.
Yeah,
war.
the only thing that outranks the planetary governor right now is your company captain and his command squad and the Inquisitor.
And that was what he said, was we have to go there, but we can leave if we deem it fit.
Yeah, he basically said, go evaluate the defenses. If you think they can hold with what they have, then fucking leave. He goes, but if you think tactically, like, you guys are trained. If you look at the defenses and you're like, there's no way they can hold this hive city, fix it. That's basically what he's saying. He goes, otherwise you can wait, and once I've resolved my issue and I can take a better look at your quadrant information, I'll reassign you. Because at the moment, the captain can't sit down and fucking, like, look at your shit because he's dealing with his own shit. But
Sounds like a plan.
yeah, the Inquisitor does inform you about that stuff. He's not gonna keep you out of the loop. He goes, yes, there were supply statements and old reports saying that there is a Astartes-based equipment or information in that city. Now, the records aren't complete. I don't have a full knowledge of what it was, but it could have been a possible relic from the leftovers of the Horse Heresy, or it could be a piece of equipment that was left by any chapter that may have been stationed here prior. You know, he's not really sure at all, but it did say that it was Astartes, based equipment and files. So he basically just tells you, he goes, part of my mission is recovering artifacts like this, so if you do find it, you can turn it into me, and I'll make sure that you will be rewarded in some way for your efforts. He goes, but otherwise, if you want to use it in the field, then by all means. I won't requisition that it's collected, but do not let it fall in enemy hands. So, with that, yeah, you guys are gonna have to head to Ambianum. Is there anything you guys need to ask of the Inquisitor or anything like that while you're still here?
I don't think so.
No, not really.
All right. Also, with that, you guys would spend. It's basically like a day just heading to Ambianum. You guys are just gonna fly there, so it's just gonna be real quick. Stuff over. And you have to take a commissar with you for some reason as he's going too, because Johnny needs to move a commissar. So, as you guys would be boarding the aircraft, you would literally see, servants of the Emperor, brother Space Marines. I'm Commissar Jonic.
I'd like to see him try and blam us.
He would try.
I had to. Commissar and whatnot. Commissars
Space
have the
Marines
grounds to
who are out
execute
of
a
line.
Space Marine?
Absolutely not. Under no circumstances.
That's what I was thinking. So who the fuck he's gonna call? He's just gotta get somebody else? He's gotta get a chaplain?
I mean, if the Space Marine's full on a danger,
His brothers will take care of it.
yeah, straight up.
I wouldn't want to square up against fucking Space Marine with just a bolt pistol. Commissars ain't be rocking no power armor. It was, to apologize for the inconvenience. I'm going to be joining you. I need to be repositioned into Ambianum to whip the PDF up into shape and maintain a moral expectancy. Okay, fuck me, I guess. I'll just sit down. Never mind. Commissar out.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Well, no, I'll greet him. Commissar. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure to ignore you, bitch.
He just sits down. He's just along for the ride. Nah. You guys head out. So when you reach Ambianum, you are greeted by a bit of an overweight, long, gorgeous hair. It's weird, like uncharacteristically gorgeous hair on this shorter, overweight man who's just hooked up to these machines. Hi, hello. Good. Our reinforcements have arrived. I am a battalion. I am the governor of Ambianum. Hi, Space Marines. How are you, Commissar? Go that way. Your troops are over there.
Greetings, Governor. We are here to check on the defenses and reinforce this hive city.
Oh, great.
At the planetary governor's request.
Yes. I requested your reinforcements. Troubling times these are. Troubling times.
Shut the fuck up.
Is your Yaoni step forward and he takes off his helmet. Oh, you would roast good. I'm sorry. Nothing. It's an old Carcharodon greeting.
He means that with the utmost respect, sir.
Yeah, that's what the sergeant said. It's an old Carcharodon greeting, and you would roast great.
Yes, you
He
would.
just kind of shakes his head and starts walking off. He goes, what? What?
A better understanding of our culture, Lord, is we come from a bevy of different worlds, as our chapter dictates. We are a crusading fleet, so we pick up and mix monikers. Things that you would say might sound different to our ears, as things we say to yours. But I only meant well, I assure you.
That's still strange. I just saying that there should be a bare minimum of respect about you. Aoni's kind of half stops and turns towards his back as he heard that walking away, and he starts walking back a little faster.
I just give Aoni a look like, don't fucking do whatever you're about to do.
Stop. He just stops and just pivots again and starts walking back away. Oh, well, I'm glad you're all here. These Space Marines would be of great use. Please, by all means, speak with our security director. Speak with the PDF commander. Whoever you need to just get us properly ready. He starts walking away slowly. Please, Sergeant, follow me this way.
All right. Supoma, can you check with the people that he mentioned and check on the defenses while I have this chat with him?
No, apparently.
Supoma?
Again.
Okay. No?
Oh,
Hey.
sorry. So I'm still getting used to the fact that Supoma is my character's name.
Do the things.
Oh, good.
Should have named him Matthew if you're stupid. I'm just...
Brother Mafu.
Should have named him Alex, because I'd still ignore it, because I don't care about you.
That's fine. I didn't pick my name, bitch. You did. You picked Supoma. Anyways.
Actually, no. Roll20 picked Supoma.
Oh,
Is that
you
a
went with the
random name?
Roll20 name? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't see
Right?
that often.
Y'all
Yeah.
y'all thought I chose that. That's a good name though, right? Roll20
Yeah.
gave me a good ass name.
Right.
Well, except for the first name. The first name's a bit hard to say.
I mean, I've not even attempted
Eve?
but also
No.
I would just say
that's how I'm
Eve.
guessing Eve. Though I'm also
Yeah,
just
Eve.
calling him Brother Supoma.
Supoma.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what do you
Supoma
say to the
these
sergeant?
nuts. He'll say, "Aye, Sergeant." Since everyone wants to do voices all of a fucking sudden, making me feel.
I ain't doing no voice.
I was gonna say,
This is
Amelia
my
would do a
normal
voice.
voice.
Oh my god, who the fuck is this GM just making other voices for certain people so we hate them a little bit more? Piece of shit.
No, I'm talking about the role players.
They're good. Anyways, moving past you.
Cringe.
So, alright, who wants to go with the sergeant and who's going with Supoma? Who's going to get Ione? Also, because he's wandered off.
Where's
already.
Ione going? Yeah, Ione, get back here.
Oh, you're gonna radio him?
With me. I want to
okay.
watch over Ione, so he's coming with me.
I'll go with Brother Saboma.
I will go with the sergeant
Like
because I'm
always.
supposed to be around him anyway.
Oh yeah. You better keep like an eye on him, Johnny. You got to keep in mind.
Yeah,
that.
I've got to keep an eye on Ione and Lycurgus.
Well, Ione you can let wander, but Lycurgus is like, you got to keep an eye on him because he
If you let
He
Ione
technically
wander,
did
he's
shake
gonna
hands
go
with a
start
demon.
giving out freaking
and he's gonna start
around
roasting
to
people.
civilians. No, he's gonna do what he did
Ione's
back
great
in,
to civilians.
He's gonna do what he
Lycurgus
did
just
back in
gonna
Lozapass
hang out
Landing.
with the
He's just
sergeant
gonna start
anyway.
handing out rounds to people.
Yeah, well, he hands out bolter shells, not bolter rounds.
Oh, that's right. He hands out shells.
Yeah, shell casings.
Yeah, that's good for morale,
better.
but like, I need to make sure he doesn't piss off another fucking governor.
Right. Thomas, are you wanting to go with the two fucking melee boys, or do you want to go with the sergeant librarian?
Well, where am I needed most?
It's basically the sergeant has to follow the governor and hear his bullshit, and then Sapoma has to go check in with all the defense staff.
I'm a
Yeah.
gregarious sword. I'll probably go see about raising troop morale.
Yeah, sure, there you go. See, Ione was gonna do that, but then he got fucking called back.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
that's because only one of the two people that want to talk and bring up morale threatened to roast the governor.
It's a greeting.
So, according to who?
I mean, yeah,
Why
it
would
is.
the guys
It's
that are
the first
here-
thing he said to someone he met. It's technically a greeting.
True.
It's just not a good one.
Oh,
True.
All right, so
It's more like if someone comes up to you and just like, "Man, I'd fuck your mom." It's like, yeah, that's a greeting.
that's a greeting,
but it's like,
not a good one. He didn't say it wasn't he didn't say
So
it was
you
a
get
bad one
fucking
or a
have
good one. He said it
I
was a
don't know how
greeting.
to feel. He's never met my mom, but he looked at my face. I think he was calling me handsome, but he had a very weird way of it.
Ugh. Your mom makes such beautiful children.
I'd fuck your
yes, you
mom.
take after your mom.
I was like, what?
if someone said that to me, I would be like, actually, like, super fucking. I'd be scared.
Ah,
I'd be.
I see your ovaries are on the outside, just like your father.
What? What?
He just called you a boy.
Let's deal with that. All right. So, Ruka, how are you boosting morale? Like, you just going around giving high fives, or like, how exactly are you doing it?
Well, I mean, so I took gregarious. I would probably like remove my helmet and probably do something. I mean, I know I'm terrifying with like the black eyes, the shark teeth, and all that, but
Mhm.
I would.
Dumb teeth.
I mean, I would pretty much by. I would probably shake hands with like the lower sergeants and like, you know, I would take my time. I mean, because I've got plenty of it in this life to like meet and shake hands and thank like all of the acting squad leads and sergeants and the guardsmen and whatnot.
So more of like when so like when people visit like a military base or something, like the mayor or a governor or something like that, you're just kind of like walking around meeting support staff, shaking hands, giving some advice and stuff like that. You're not literally like gathering a crowd and giving speeches.
No, I'm doing like walk arounds, and
Gotcha.
I mean, it might even be like a surprise like question as to what is it you do, and like they don't even know who the hell's talking. They just hear like that deep baritone, and they're like, well, and they turn around and da 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 da, you know, like those fucking Astartes. But
Gotcha. So you might have grabbed like a lieutenant or a sergeant to be like, hey, I need you to show me around.
walk
And
me, just walk me around. if you
gotcha.
would.
It's definitely going to boost morale. Oh, the nurgle can't do anything. Look, we have a shark man.
I
Beautiful.
would probably, if need be, and like,
Beautiful.
because I mean, just depending on what you read, and I don't know how these guardsmen are, but sometimes they want mementos. I would probably like take out my combat knife to those who ask if they presented me with stuff
Stab
to
them.
touch, and I would carve
Yeah.
like a chapter rune of like that would mean something of shield or protect, just to give them that superstition of I'm unfucking stoppable.
Like in
I
their
will use
helmet,
myself.
right? Not their flesh.
Yeah, the helmet, or like if it's like
You're
dropping
just
me
straight
combat
like
knife,
like
with
in
the,
Inglorious
special combat
Bastards, and
knife,
he's
I'm
just
still-
carving the
no,
carrot
no.
on shark in their head. This will protect you, young one.
It's shitty because they couldn't stop me, but no, I'm not
Yeah, that's the fucked part. They would literally just have to take. Yeah,
You
but
beat
Like, you
the
just-
70, my
Thank
friend?
you,
I
Lord
don't think so.
Astartes.
just the whole like cradling his head, like this is for protection, young one, and this is carve.
Screaming.
Oh, love it. But yeah, you carve that into the. I mean, I would love it if fucking Space Marines had stickers, but I know they ain't rocking that shit. That would be more.
I've got my tactical belt with my banana stickers just for them.
That'd be funny as hell. But yeah, you just would be like carving it
Salamanders
into some
definitely have
helmets and
stickers.
stuff.
Salamanders absolutely have stickers. 100%.
Sure.
Oh,
If,
no way.
if they don't have stickers, they have fucking magnets. You know what I mean? Like little
got-
fucking fridge magnets that they slap onto people's helmets. Like,
It's
here
the
you go,
strangest
to
thing.
protect you, my boy.
In 40k lore, it actually says that they have water decals on them at all times. It's funny. Oh, GW modeling joke. There we go. All right, but yeah, you'll start doing that, spreading the joy of the Imperium around. We got to let them know about Space Papa, and as Sergeant Aoni and like Kurgan are following the governor. And governor's like just giving. Are you like hyper focused on him, Johnny? Like kind of. So are you like listening to every word he's saying, or are you kind of like
Kurgan?
just, huh?
Like Kurgan or Ione?
Hey, no, the fucking governor.
Oh,
Yeah, you're following the governor, paying
I'm
attention.
sure the
will-
second like Kurgan or Aoni said a damn thing, you'd be like, "What? What was that?" Yes, by all means. But like, yeah, the governor's like trailing on about like the history of Ambianum and like it was founded and just fucking like on and on about this, and you're like literally just like this is tactical information in the slightest.
I will listen, but I will also be like looking around wherever we're passing by, looking for good spots to either place people or munitions or weapons or whatever we need to do to defend. So if we pass by anything that could be remotely strategically valuable, I will try to keep my eyes on it. And obviously I have the helmet on though, so nobody sees that. So the governor thinks I'm still paying attention to him, I hope, fully. But I will listen to him, but I'm looking around is what I'm doing.
Like Kurgan is going to be doing his thing, trying to smell if there's any blood on the water.
Oh, you can always roll your fucking what is it, Psyniscience?
Not yet. I have to get improved warp sense for that.
What do you mean?
Here we go. Like improved warp sense makes it a free action.
Oh, but I mean, well, I meant specifically at this moment we're in narrative time, so you can just roll it whenever the fuck you want.
All right, well,
5 degrees of success. Oof. Yeah, with a hive city of this size, which granted, this planet has numerous hive cities as opposed to just a few. So, like, their hive cities don't number in the trillions; they number in the millions. So it is like a fraction of what you're used to like running into when it comes to a hive city. Because obviously, like this one sector has like fucking 8 hive cities. Like they go for number as opposed to like one spot.
Yeah.
So you basically are feeling a touch of corruption, like chaos. Like you can feel the presence here, but it's not in an excess amount to where it's uncommon for a world that's under siege, let alone a hive city. But you're not detecting anything off of anyone in the immediate vicinity.
Right.
Like it's definitely not like how you were detecting that PDF chick, the commander. So,
Okay.
but you basically, yeah, you're just kind of vibing out, sniffing out the force and the warp and the corruption, and just kind of like you'd be like Obi-Wan Kenobi right now. You've never seen a more hive of scum and villainy. Like just kind of talking shit about the general city and how it sucks.
Well, he's just, he doesn't really talk that much. He's just, his eyes are like scan down and through the various guards and like just, keep that nose ready because he doesn't want to be caught off guard a second time.
Yeah. And you would definitely, you guys would easily notice, like following the governor up into the upper levels towards where his home and everything is, you're noticing the like difference in security and quality of guards. Like when you landed at the main hangar, there was a decent amount of security, nothing out of the ordinary, but it was mostly like PDF troopers and stuff. And then any of the Cadian troopers assigned or any veterans and stuff, like you would notice that like as you're getting closer and closer to the governor's like home, like you're noticing the ranks on all these troopers and stuff. You haven't seen anyone under a sergeant, like as you're coming up this high.
He's one of those.
I'll definitely try to contact the commander of the fuck is her name? Commander Barbarossa,
Imperial
and
Guard
see
Commander?
double
Okay.
check that. Yeah, double check if like those are people who earned those titles, or if they're experienced enough to be sergeants, or if they're just sergeants in name only. Essentially, like they were just gifted those ranks.
Okay,
So I know how
yeah,
capable they are. Is
she
what I'm trying to
responds.
find
She's
out.
like, "I'm sorry, brother sergeant. What is your request?"
I'm trying to see if these guardsmen guarding the capital of the hive city of Ambianum, I'm trying to gauge their capability and whether or not I can trust them to lead the troops on the front in the defense of this hive.
I do apologize, brother sergeant. I don't have advanced details for Ambianum's defenses. I have a unit count and their available movement divisions that they have available, but if you wanted information such as that, dealing with ranks or classifications or defense positions, you're going to have to speak with the local PDF commander. I do apologize, though.
Thank you. That's noted. I'll make sure to do that. Thank you for the information.
No problem. So, yeah, this time, that's when our other brothers here, we've got Sapoma and Corvin, you guys would be touching base with
Oh,
Budget tips.
the PDF commander. So like you guys would see the PDF commander like giving out orders and stuff like that, and you would see that the commissar has like greeted himself to him and has gone ahead and gotten reassigned. So
and I will vox you guys with that same question, is verify sort of validity of these guys' and make sure they're not just like gifts and shit from the governor.
The governor. Mr. Governor.
Can do.
all right. So yeah, so Sapoma and Corvin, as you see the PDF commander, what do you guys want to do?
Oh, Sapoma will lead the little procession, introducing himself. As soon as he feels that he's not interrupting by introducing himself, of course.
Yeah, the PDF commander finishes talking to the commissar, and then he's talking to a couple guys for like about 30 seconds or so, and then they leave, and he turns around and sees you. He goes, oh, whew. I'm so sorry about that. I wasn't expecting Space Marines. How can I help you?
We are here to aid in the securing of your lines here. Brr, British voice for some fucking reason.
Why?
The governor requested it. The look on his face, because he took off his helmet, definitely looks like he doesn't know why either.
Oh. I see. Well, this doesn't surprise me, but okay. Do apologize if I don't seem enthusiastic, Space Marine. Always wanted to meet some of you, but on these conditions, gotta say, it's quite saddening.
It is always unfortunate when warriors must meet under the heel of politics.
It's true. But, as the saying is on this planet, better a warrior in a garden, am I right?
He'll nod, having never heard that before.
Yeah, you did. Heard it at the last
Shut
city.
up. I also heard it from the actual quote that you're stealing, you commie.
Yeah, eat a butt. It's my world. Deal with it.
Anyway, He will actually be. Oh, Jesus Christ. He will be pretty forward about that question about asking how there are so many sergeants. Though he'll be a little sneaky beaky about it. He'll be like, "Oh, they must be very good boys, Pat."
What? What? Ask me
He's a-
exactly how
he's
you're trying
asking
to
the-
ask me.
He's asking about why there are so many sergeants, as per the sergeant's request. So he's going to be kind of like, he's not going to be like outing him like, "Hey, are you easily promoting these men?" He's kind of being a little like, well, he's just being curious, I guess. He's just asking. He's like, "Oh yeah,
So
my
what?
brothers
What?
and friends have noticed many
Yeah. So I mean, ask.
sergeants."
Yeah, just ask so I can get exactly what wording you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. So Sapoma is going to look at him and go, "My brothers and I have noticed that there are many sergeants and higher amidst your ranks. Is that not odd for an Imperial Guard regiment?"
Ah, Sergeant must be speaking of when he is in the upper enclave of this city. Yes. And yes, I don't handle the promotions. And to be honest, I don't know if half of them even passed the basic training. Most of them are related to the governor.
Fucking knew it.
Oh, cringe. It's cringe pilled. He'll nod with a look of kind of like, damn, that's cringe. Whatever
Yeah.
Space Marine would look like if he was saying something was cringe.
Face palms, almost crushes his own skull.
Face palms destroy
No,
his
no,
face.
please allow me. Just catch his hand in his head in both his hands and just smashes it together.
Yeah. One moment, puts his, mountains himself.
What are you? A heretic sandwich? Smush.
I have to remember that one.
As well, by all means, brother, what was your name again, sir? I'm sorry,
Sapoma. He'll
brother Sapoma, and brother, and he
nod his head.
points over to the Corbin.
Ah, Brother Corvon.
Brother Corbin, it was great meeting you. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask for me. You can get me over to Vox as well, but feel free to walk the defensive perimeter and make sure that everything's in order. But I do assure you, with the adequate garrison that I have, the defenses are as best as they would get. They're not as good as I would like, but I'll make do.
Oh Lord, my nose. My gentle, gentle nose.
So, did you have any other questions for him, or did you want to just walk the defenses?
He will actually ask about Ambienum's armor, and then everything else will probably be seen.
I mean, armor like as in vehicles?
Yeah, I know how you sneak shit like Bane blades. Don't think you're gonna pull that on me again.
Yeah,
I need to know how many Bane blades we have right now.
There's no armored vehicles inside Ambienum at the moment.
Are you sure?
I'm
There's no
positive.
Bane
There's
blades?
none. Yeah,
There's no Bane blades that could be sneaking up on us right now.
could be. They could be tiptoeing. They could be hiding in the tall grass, like
The
a
very
puma.
tall grass.
The very tall grass. The trees, if you will, as some people would call them. Very tall grass. Look at that big ass grass over there. Look at them trees.
Oh wait.
All right.
Yeah, he'll just follow the guard commander. Jesus, I'm so tired. My bones.
Get less
Brother
old.
Corvon's gonna ask him where or what he thinks might be the city's weakest point, like of defense.
To the south, he's focusing most of the defense on the north and the west side. So
West side?
the southern side is the weakest, but he just doesn't have enough men to spread to every section of the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe the
So
south is
north
weakest.
and west are heavily fortified. Well, yeah, I mean the west and south are kind of like meh, like that's all behind it is all
Yeah.
are controlled cities. So
Except for the fact that to the south is exactly where that supply depot that was taken by Trader Guard
correct.
was.
Yeah, but that wasn't.
That one guy is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one guy's running to him. He had him to
No.
fuck shit up still.
I'm not saying that that's the
I
guy
know,
that we have to
I
worry
know.
about. I'm just saying
No,
that there are
yeah.
enemies there.
Yeah.
No, there
You
were
fucking
enemies
cuckolds.
there. That's because that supply depot got cleared like 100%. But yeah, that's what he said. And he's focusing primarily on the north, and the west is secondary, and the south is like last. But yeah, they do have like auto defense turrets. They have like tank traps and barbed wire and stuff like that they're putting out. Sandbag positions. They
Ball wire.
possibly might. There is a tech, like an engineering core here with tech priests, so they should be able to get like fortifications up possibly in the next week or so. I think, right, Johnny?
No, barbed wire and that is up.
No, the
fortified
bunkers,
positions
yeah.
should be up. Yeah, it should be up like tomorrow.
There you go. Well, shit. And so yeah, they're gonna be fortifying the best they can. But yeah, the governor's calling for like an amass of like 100 divisions, and currently there's only like 13. So hopefully that boost will have
He
us prepared.
actually, Supoma is going to ask why the governor thinks why the PDF commander thinks the governor is so worried about this area that is supposedly in a very secure place.
You see his eyes go like blank for a second, and he just like starts spouting like what seems like something that he's like practiced like 100 times, and he goes, "Well, Ambianum is the prize jewel of this eastern sector. It is the." He just starts quoting that for a minute.
And now, the truth, Commander.
He's scared.
You'll nod. They usually are.
But that is not my place to say, and that is not my duty. Follow my orders, as do you, I believe. Otherwise, you would not be here.
Nods his head stoically.
Stoically. Nods head falls off.
Shit, not again. He's actually a plague marine.
Oh, fuck that noise. Get the melters up. Fuck that. Playing that
It's
shit
too
today.
late. I'm already in.
I'm already.
I've already got AIDS.
Already am me. Alright, did you have any other questions for the PDF commander? Or are you guys good?
Good. We're good.
Alright.
We're so good.
Gucci.
So, back over to Ruka. So, like, yeah, you're just spreading the joy, man. Like, it's probably
It's like
been
an
about
anthem.
like an hour and a half now with the sergeant slowly listening to this whole fucking like the governor hasn't stopped. He stops to take like a deep breath and then keeps talking. He hasn't stopped talking the whole fucking walk. Like Aoni, you can hear him like grinding his thumb into his helmet. Like it's irking him. And you guys have met the PDF commander, Supoma and Corvin. You've walked the defense line, and then Ruka. Yeah, you've been about almost about an hour and a half, 2 hours now. Then you've been carving in helmets, handing out bolter shells, I would assume, and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
ripping off small pieces of your skin and giving them to people.
I don't know about that.
That's so weird.
Oh
So, like, just pinch it.
I mean, if they were like the Brontian long knives, I might like give them like a little scarification trophy, but they aren't, so I'm not going about that.
This is yeah, as you're like meeting with everybody, you just hear like a big bellowing like Space Marine, and it's just,
No.
oh, and like you see the biggest motherfucker you've ever seen in your life. Like he stands in front, like he moved through the crowd, and he in your armor, he's like a fucking head taller than you easily.
Big motherfucking Ogren. Big motherfucking Ogren.
And he's wide too. He's like twice as wide as you.
It's Ogren.
Space Marine.
I've never seen an Ogren in my terms of service.
Um,
Huh.
my name's Augie.
Oh, very clever.
Well met, Augie. I am Brother Ruka of the Carcharodon's Astra.
Roo.
Very well. If that is what you will call me.
Ah.
I will be Rue.
Ooh, Space Marine.
Why, yes, I am.
Why does he sound like a fucking orc that forgot their accent?
Oh, he's got like a chunk missing out of his head. Like he's got a wound. He's an Ogren, but he's lower than. There's a reason the Ogren's in the PDF forces, my guy. Yeah, he's like he's an Ogren, but he's got a literal looks like a fist-sized chunk missing out of his head. That's like healed over.
Is this our party Ogren that occurs every game?
There's always an Ogren, man. Always got to be an Ogren. And no, it's not a party Ogren. You just say hi to him. But he just like he just bends down like a Space Marine, and he just picks you up and starts hugging you.
Armor actuators beeping.
Yeah, you actually like hear like you like have warning signals like popping in the helmet. That's like it thinks you're going through decompression.
Augie, you are very strong. If you would please, perhaps put me down, but I will give you this. And I'm just gonna like climb my I guess he's got me around the arms, so I'll just like climb my fingers to his delts and like give a squeeze for like a hug.
And he just puts you back down. Yes, Space Marine. Rue. Yeah. I haven't seen Space Marines before. Saw pictures. You move better than Pitcher. Bigger than Pitcher.
I suppose I would be bigger than a picture, yes.
You just hear like someone go, Augie! Stand to! Whew! And you just see him like snap. You've never seen an Ogren snap so quick to attention, or you've never seen an Ogren snap to attention in this fashion. And he just stands still, like frozen. And you just see this.
Fucking love Augie.
You see this
I
like
would die for
PDF
Augie.
trooper walking up, and he's just got like this like faux hawk, and he's just, Augie, what did I say? You don't wander without me. Oh, Space you don't talk unless I say that you can address me. Isn't that right? Aye, Sergeant. Goes, good. Goes, now what are you saying? A Space Marine. Goes, okay. So you still have to follow orders. You're supposed to be guarding the armory. Down the street. On 3 levels higher than here. It's Space Marine. It's like, oh, fine. The sergeant snaps too.
Warrior Augie. The Void Father, the Emperor, needs you to do your duty to him.
Duty?
He goes, Space Marine. And just, boom, 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 boom. Augie, I didn't say. Fuck. Just starts running away. He goes, Sergeant salutes. Apologize for that, Space Marine. Won't happen again.
The planet. This Ambianum is the
no
most
trouble.
secure city.
There's no trouble, Sergeant. With him, I'm sure we'll turn the war in a day.
Aye, sir. And then he salutes and hauls ass. You fat ogre bitch, get back here!
Wow, that's how my ex talked to me too.
Feels.
The tender loving care.
Wasn't ready.
When you're ready. Alright.
Nah.
So,
Kill stuff.
you're
What?
doing that. Are you just going to continue kind of just doing that kind of stuff until you're called up, or are you going to start heading back?
I'll regroup with the 2 other assault brothers to see if they. But actually,
Assault brothers.
Oh.
We're tactical marines.
Go!
Anything can be assault if you use it properly. See this pen? I stab you with it, and it's a salt pen.
Scotland.
forever.
Oh, we should have played. We should have fucking played. Storm Wardens is what we should have fucking played.
Oh,
Fuck
Lord.
Lord. God. Scotland forever.
Don McGlass for everyone,
You're all
Seriously.
garbage.
especially if it might terrify you to know you could put a power field on a claymore.
Not surprised.
Alright, so you head back to go link up with them. That'd be a simple, like, hey, where you at? And then they'll tell you. And you just start walking that way. But, yeah, so Sergeant kind of... hey, Yoni.
Fucking dies.
And Kurgan are listening to this endless governor prattle on as you finally reach his home. It was great. It was now, I would like at least 3 of you to be stationed here at all times and make this your headquarters as well, and proceed to form your defense plans and, stay vigilant at all times.
AFK for a second.
No problem. Goes,
What is the governor's name?
I've already forgotten. Fuck!
Clearly his name is bullshit. That's what his
Bertram,
name
there
is.
you go. It's Bertram now.
Bertram?
Yeah.
Yeah. With all due respect, Bertram, we will be running the operations out of the suitable command area, and we will be bringing all of these soldiers on the upper level to the front positions to reinforce the front of the city, the city's defense lines.
I'm sorry? No, that can't be. Because we need them for defenses from the ruffians and all these deplorables in the lower levels. You can't just dismiss all of our guards to the front.
That's what the that's what the Arbides are here for, not the guardsmen. The guardsmen are here to fight in the war. The Arbides are here to keep order. We will have Arbides brought here, and the Arbides will make their normal rounds, but all of the troops will be sent to where they need to be.
I don't think that's a good defense here. I mean, there's only a few hundred that are defending the higher levels. Surely it doesn't make sense to put them on the front lines. Where would we defend and fall back to and guarantee protection?
We will work on those fallback positions once we have a strong frontline position.
This will just not do. This will just not do.
I'm not going to say anything else, but I'm going to give him a look of I'm not asking. Because I will take off my helmet.
Do what you wish.
Or just look at him.
I will see what I can do about this, and that'll be that. Till then, fine. Some of you should still make this your headquarters and put your gear down. Sometimes you have to sleep.
If it is suitable, as I stated, if it is suitable, we will. Thank you for your cooperation, Bertram, and I will turn and walk out and expect Ione and Lycurgan to follow me.
He goes, but that is not all, Space Marine. Hold on. As seeing that you have arrived here, I would like for your squad to attend a little gathering to bolster morale among the patrons who supply most of these arms and weapons to our local forces, if you would.
I'll turn my head and look confused. What do you mean, patrons? Are these not Imperial Guard weaponry?
It is, but
Ammunitions?
who do you think builds the manufactorums and supplies the money that is paying these workers? And who do you think funds all the resources for the recruitment out of Ambianum. It is patrons and people from the moon who come down and invest.
How many are they requesting? How many of us are they requesting to show up?
Well, I would say that at least all of you should at least make some sort of appearance. I swear, Space Marine, it'll only take an hour of your time. Nothing too great.
Send the coordinates to my data pad or whatever it's called, and I'll give him
By all
like
means,
sort of
where,
the ability to do that. And
wherever you will be resting, let me know, and I will send a proper attire. It'll be no problem. As he starts to walk away.
all right, and then I'll start heading down towards the PDF commander and where I know he is, and any guardsmen I see along the way, I will motion to come with me and tell them that their new orders are to come with me.
All right. As Aoni's like, oh, we're getting a group together. You come with us. You come with us. You come with
As long
us.
as he doesn't start calling random fucking citizens.
Oh yeah, he does. He
Yeah.
just starts pointing
Oh,
at like a
fuck.
baker. He starts pointing at like somebody who's just making
Sure,
protein
let's
squares.
give them a
You come with us too.
spectacle.
You come with us. We're making you guardsmen.
The
I'm
PDF.
curious if these
PDF, Aoni.
I'm curious if these people actually like start following, or if they just stare at him like, what
Yeah,
the fuck?
Aoni's got
I
that
would
about him.
not.
He's got that want to follow kind of attitude. So
I see.
like he gets to the point he starts pointing at kids. Like, you come join. You bring the baby.
If it can hold the last rifle.
They can reload.
Fuck it. They can hold the ammunition.
Yeah. They can be ammunition. Throw them at the enemy. Who cares? Let's go. Children, you in the wheelchair. Let's go. Stand up.
Give
Follow
them a
us.
grenade.
You, the deaf guy. I know you can't hear me, but
Is that him trying to sign?
yeah.
Is that what that
think
was?
so.
Was he trying to sign over the box?
I got it.
Aoni's not the brightest.
All right. Yeah, yeah, like Kurgan, you definitely are feeling a presence, that's for damn sure. There's something in this city, you're not sure what though.
Dear gosh.
And
Can I get a general
Yeah, location.
direction?
It's just right now with how it is, because there's just so many people here. It's a little bit different than like with the PDF commander. Like, you know, there was like 80 of you in one spot. Like, you're talking about millions. Right now, it's just like you feel something, and you know that it's a bit more than just general corruption. That's the thing, is that like it could be just like some piece of shit gun dealer, or it could be a fucking demon. Like, you just don't know because you're not trained in that aspect yet. So like,
Those are two very, very different ends.
that's the thing. It's he's the equivalence of like a fucking like a general. He is worse than a metal detector. He's just like, there's metal here on this beach, but until it touches me, I'm not 100%. I know it's there. So like, you definitely
I'm not worse than a metal detector. I'm just like a dog trying to find something.
yeah, like an untrained dog that smells cocaine
Bruh.
for the first time.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
what
know.
is that?
No.
Give him.
No.
I am
My
trained.
brother is more confused than a
He
toddler.
is the
than a
dog-
toddler are.
He's
I
the
am
dog
trained,
that
dude.
buried a bone and then lost it, and is now just spending the next like 4 hours trying to find this goddamn bone.
Yeah.
For 3 degrees of success, I'm just a shitty fucking dog. Damn.
I mean, out of millions, like there is justification for
But even
why
a
you can't
general
pin it
Yeah.
down.
direction. Is it below? Is it west? Is it east?
No, it's the only thing
All
you're
around.
able, because that's the thing. You're still slowly learning your ability. Like right now, the success you got 2 successes. That means that it went from like, I detect something to like, oh, there's something here. I don't know if it's a dude who's a piece of shit, because like you could be no, because you didn't feel it off the governor. Like, you felt some off the governor, but that can easily be explained as his attitude and how he is, because he
And
was
his
kind of
Fucking
disrespectful to the
corrupt
sergeant.
ass.
I wouldn't. He could be corrupt, but he's more
He's
selfish
giving
than
out
anything.
promotions to his fucking all his
That shit that
relatives.
happens in the Imperium all the fucking time. Look at the
Yeah.
fucking knights for the Imperium. Those are passed down through families. You can't give
Yeah,
it to
but they're
some fucking
actually at
Joe
least
Smo.
like, yeah, but they're at least relatively qualified for the positions
Eh.
in most cases.
Well, let's say, have we learned through history is that the bloodlines of ruling aren't like the best, especially when they start to get like
What are you
real
talking about? Look
thick.
how handsome the jaw of the Habsburg is. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, fucking Louis the fucking clubfoot. What?
It's not my fault that they're beautiful with their jaws that look like feet. No big deal.
Shove. But yeah, so it's
Puts
like
foot in your mouth in a whole new perspective.
Yeah, the only thing you
Like,
can
oh.
confirm right now, though, Chester, is that there is something to be concerned about. So whether it is like corruption in the sense of like arms dealing or just downright incompetent, like, well, no, incompetence wouldn't trigger it. It would be like malicious, like shit. Like somebody could be selling shit, somebody could be traitorous, somebody could be a heretic, or it could be possible demonic possession. Because again, it is that broad of a spectrum because the demons who do possess people do attempt to mask their war presence. So it's like I could kind of feel the same presence that the commander was kind of giving off, prior to touching her. But I can also just chuck that up to like pieces of shit like rogue traders that I've met before. So
I'm back. Sorry about that.
no, you're good. But yeah. So the sergeant, you get down to the PDF commander. By this time, Ruka, Corvin, and Sapoma would have done their round. So you guys are all meeting back up at the PDF commander with the sergeant Kainos basically toting, like, at this point, like 300 and so guardsmen and about 120 so civilians for some reason.
Jesus. I don't mean to be the new animal on the totem, but what was your gain of bringing all these citizens here?
Ione just goes, recruitment!
They're not. I mean, there's a few citizens, but you do see the majority should be guardsmen.
Ah.
What did I miss?
Me and
Aeone being
Ione
Aeone.
have. I told the fucking governor that all of the guardsmen in the upper hive are going to be routed to the lower hive. So we grabbed as many as we could on our way down, and we're going to send out the order for the rest to come down. And Ione just used that as like a propaganda thing instead of grabbing like people and shit too, and like come, and fucking
Oh yeah, I'm coming. What?
That's what I do.
Bro, all I do is come.
No matter what.
Come no matter what. All right, yet.
Yeah, the PDF commander walks up and goes, Brother Space Marine, how can I help you?
I have guardsmen from the upper hive that I need you to sort of test and ensure that they are in combat effective order. And you are to organize the transfer of all the guardsmen in the upper hive to the lower hive. And if you have any authority over the RBDs, get the RBDs back up there and patrolling instead of those guardsmen.
I'm going to be honest, my lord. My test is simply just going to be if they can load the weapon and point in the right direction. I pretty much
That's
just
good
need
enough.
bodies.
If they can do that, they can work for the guard.
Good enough for government work.
And
Are these
Start
civilian workers
conscription.
not needed at their posts?
Some of them may be. We have just sort of, I'll take an aside.
You
We're
can already overhear Aeone go, "What is your profession?" I make protein cubes. You're a guardsman!
we are starting recruitment drives.
Is Aeone just handing out weapons now?
Understood, command. No, he's just got them lined up and yelling at them.
Yeah, you will also, with our aid, be organizing those as well. The influx of we hope to recruit new guardsmen, new PDF, and have them also trained, even if the training is load and shoot. We will need all available bodies on the front line.
Understood. Makes perfect sense. Kyprus! And you just see this like lieutenant like haul ass up there. Goes, Lieutenant, organize the new recruits, organize the old recruits, see who's competent in what, get them assigned. Aye, sir.
Oh,
Proceeds on.
and anyone who is not like, if you see that they are obviously incompetent of fulfilling their role in the chain of command, such as say a sergeant or a lieutenant, if they are not competent at that role, I give you full permission to demote them.
Okay. Understood, sir. It will be done.
Or at least put them in the very front.
yeah, that too. Demotion by combat.
Demotion by
Like,
You were demoted to the afterlife. Thank you.
you've been promoted in honor to human shield, but demoted in life to meatbag.
I just don't
Congratulations.
understand, sir. There's
promoted
all
to
those
death.
sandbags behind us and stuff. Why do we have to be out here? Well, if you're not standing in front of the tank traps, they'll get scuffed.
By the tanks.
Oh,
They're
Tell me,
coming right
Guardsman,
now.
have you ever
Good
seen
luck.
the titular cinema of the olds called South Park? There's an amazing bit of general work there called Operation Get Behind the Darkies. You see, in this case, you are the darkies.
I don't understand, my lord. You will. You
Get in
soon
front of the
will.
meatbags!
Aoni duct taping PDF troopers to his armor. Extra protection. All right.
Realistic.
But yeah,
Also, sorry, I will ask him where the sort of central command for the hive is, like where we can operate out of, or where he thinks would be the most effective place to operate out of.
it's up to you, my lord. Do you want to be close to the action, or do you want to be able to see everything?
I think with our current skill set, we should be closer to the action. But what are your two recommendations, and I'll have to choose from that.
We have an old PDF post on the second level, just above this one. It's a couple stories, completely abandoned and made out of ferrocrete, so wouldn't have an issue with breaking anything, that's for sure. I assume that your armor is quite heavy. There goes, the tech priests are also nearby, doing their work of the Omnicide, just down the street from a location. The next location I can suggest is possibly the higher nobility area, because you'll be able to see most of the defense lines from those positions.
How fast would it take? How long would it take us to get to the fighting or get to the front from like as Space Marines, from that high position where we can see everything?
Depends on if you had a vehicle ready. I mean, you have dedicated air transport, so you could literally just fly a Valkyrie down and be at the front in like probably 10-15 minutes. If you were to run, it might take probably like maybe 45 minutes.
And how close would we be to the front from that second level abandoned house?
You're one level above, so to be honest, you could probably just be down there in like a 10-minute run.
However long
Well,
it
we
takes
have
us
a
to
Valkyrie.
crawl.
We
Yeah,
have
if
a
you have the
at our
Valkyrie,
disposal.
it would take longer to like spool it up. Like you could run faster than you would be able to use the Valkyrie to go from level 2 to 1.
I have a decent idea that may satisfy the governor and also help us get into combat when we need to. The abandoned house, I think we should all sort of garrison in, keep our equipment there, keep most of our stuff there, whatever we need. But we'll run the operations out of the upper hive location, and so most of you will be down here in this, but when we need to run operations, we'll plan in the upper hive.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah, you do have also. You have obviously you still have your escort that the Imperial Commander gave you, so you still have Sergeant Darnell and his 5 guys with you guys. So they just fucking chill at the Valkyrie unless they're told to do something else. So if by all means you decide to store equipment in the abandoned PDF post and leave it
Yeah,
there
they can
for
bunk
extended
there.
times, yeah, they'll just keep an eye on it. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and the PDF post does have an area where you can land the Valkyrie, so you just have the Valkyrie there.
Well, yeah. If we do end up leaving like gear in that abandoned place, we're gonna have a Space Marine there at all times.
There you
If
go.
we have any of our gear there left.
Or at least, a guardsman.
I mean, I trust my fellow brothers to
I trust
guarantee
no one.
that equipment
Trust
does
these
not get lost.
boys.
I do not have the same trust for the guardsmen. While I respect them,
Actually, Lord Space Marine.
For
Hey.
14 protein cubes, I got this bolter.
Oh
Found
shit! Found it on the
Well,
ground.
Well, I found out. Well, this other Space Marine came and asked for it.
yeah,
Who was
exactly.
that? Well, he said he was a librarian in the Blood Ravens. No, we're never getting it
Motherfuckers.
back.
It's lost.
Red. We go for our red tithe against them.
Brother, lock the reliquary.
Bolt everything down.
Yep.
No, brothers. Do you have any gifts for us?
Yeah, these hands. Smacks.
They will take your hand as an artifact.
Brother,
You snack.
more Space Marine
Draw
ships
back the
have
stump. Wait a minute.
entered from the warp to assist us. Oh, what chapter are they from? Blood Ravens. Ram them! Open fire!
It's that. Have you guys seen that one meme where it's just like
They will
It's
leave our
Kermit
void ships up on blocks. Ram them!
like Kermit the Frog is crying in a bathtub. It's just like when Space Marines finally answer your emergency hails, but they have spikes on their armor.
Oh, yeah. That's awkward. When you just want a wah, but you fall to chaos. What is the wah if you're a chaos orc?
There are no chaos orcs. Orcs cannot fall to chaos.
Brr, there are some chaos orcs, let me
Yeah,
tell you. There's some
chaos
trapped
orcs
in the
like,
warp
Khorne's
who are
realm.
chaos as fuck.
Well,
And
Well, no, they're
no,
not chaos. They're just trapped there.
No, they literally fought
chaos.
Khorne to the extent where they're like, he's the gorkiest mork. And
Tuska Demon Killer is a special case. but
yeah,
They don't have they still don't have the ability to be mute. Well, they definitely I would definitely say they're happy where they are.
Yeah,
Just say that.
right.
Like they get to wake up every day.
they're like
die,
that.
fight again.
What was that Jet Li movie? It was an Unleashed where it ends where he's in like the super prison. He's whooping everybody's ass.
It's something like that.
I love that
I know
shit.
I know Tuska Demon Killer's happy right where he is.
But
See, that's the thing about them being corrupted to demons is that they're not trading anything to fight. They just want to fight, which is what they're getting. So they can't gain anything from chaos.
they gain a
well, there's
fight.
also been red orcs, which are Khorne, and then there's been some infected orcs, which turn to nurgle.
Wait, where the fuck is this lore? Hold on.
Wiki.
There are a few writers that have taken, like I said, there are a few writers that have taken liberties with the lore, but it's not improbable. It's just very, very
Yeah, it's-
scarcely rare. It's
But
not
40K, you
probable.
can't say no to anything because
Yeah.
there's always one.
Yeah.
There's
So-
even accounts of like Chaos Eldar and shit.
I think the only thing that can't get chaosed, and I do mean this with like full weight, is probably the Tyranids. Because they don't have enough sentience.
They
Well,
might.
Be,
Because
Their upper
even
units
though-
might if
Yeah.
they
No,
lost their
Nurgle,
synapse.
no, Nurgle destroyed like one of their ships, I think.
The more interesting one is reading about like the Tau battle suit that just got exposed to like it tried to fucking gun down a chaos sorcerer, so he just kind of pull as he's like holding his stump of an arm that's left and the holes that are in his armor, he just use that and just brings a chaos spawn into the suit and it just bursts out. So it's not really falling into chaos, but it's funny to think that like the Tau battle suit of the chaos spawn now has armor. It's funny.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he just summoned it inside there with him and it like ate the Tau.
Like a
I
chaos.
suppose
dreadnought.
orcs would never be chaos worshippers. They'd always be worshipping Gork and Mork.
Yeah. Well,
They
it's
probably
it's
They
considered
might follow
not
Khorne as a
working.
war boss.
they would probably look at Khorne as like just because of his size.
A
They
war
don't
boss.
they would see him as either a gigantic war boss, an incarnation, like the next incarnation of the beast. But I think Tuska thinks that Gork and Mork, he thinks Corn is Gork or Mork. It just
Yeah,
depends
but
on the
they've
day.
met. But like Weird Boys have met Gork
Yeah,
and Mork.
Tuska Demon Killer doesn't have any weird boys. He just fucking goes in fighting demons every day. That's kind of
That's
his whole
probably-
Bug.
It's probably why Corn let him stay there.
Oh,
But
yeah,
so all right, so you guys
it's entertainment.
take over the little PDF abandoned post, clean it up, give it that sprucing, and get your gear all set. I mean, the place does still have an armory lockup. It's not like the best thing in the world, but it's concrete and it's like metal bars, so it's something. It's probably next to the actual armory, it's the best because there's not going to be a lot of foot traffic, I would think, coming through here. So with that, you guys get settled, and you would get a message from the governor talking about the party being later this evening, and you would see that a vehicle arrives at your position, and there's a gentleman who walks forward and goes, "Greetings! I'm the governor's hand, Lestrarius. I'm here to tell you that I have the proper attire for your brother Space Marines tonight." I feel like most of you would probably look at the sergeant at this point, seeing as he did not gloss over this at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at him. Excuse me?
Because you agreed to formally come to the event this evening to meet with a lot of the people who...
Yes, but what attire is it?
This is the proper attire for dealing with such an event as these. And it's like, basically he like pulls out, and it's like definitely your size, surprisingly enough. Like some kind of like cloaks that have been personally made with like your chapter emblems and stuff like that. Very similar to like what you would wear when you're in prayer and out of combat.
I'm actually quite again flabbergasted that he actually got something decently respectful.
Yeah. I mean,
But
it is a little... It's definitely a little flashier than you guys would normally have, because, like, any button or any, like, piece of metal that would be used to hold material together is, like, a very inlet, like, beautiful gold or some kind of, like, platinum or something like that. And then the material that it's made out of is, like, definitely some kind of exotic animal material.
I'll inform the squad of what I've signed us up for. It's 1 hour. We need to meet, and we need to greet, and we need to show that the Astartes are here.
Like, Ergen is just going to place a hand on the sergeant's shoulder. I do not think this wise. Earlier I smelled something again. Should we be out of our armor?
Peed my panties.
Yes. How many? Does he have outfits for all?
Yeah, you kind of signed up everybody.
Do they fit over armor?
No.
Do the cloaks in any way fit over the armor?
No.
Like any part of it?
Yeah,
no?
the governor has definitely like quote unquote basically like driven home that like the armor is not proper attire. It's what he's implying.
Yes. Is there anything we could wear underneath of it though?
What if we didn't all get dressed
That's what
up
I was gonna say. I was gonna
attire,
say
and
one
we just have,
ranged and one melee person is
Yeah,
gonna stay out of armor
stay
no matter
like-
what,
yeah.
or in armor.
If they want to, they can. They're gonna have to wait outside though.
Yeah, no, just have us wait.
I'm sorry.
have
Who
whoever
said they're
wait.
gonna have to wait outside?
They're not going to be able to go into that event. Like this is a structural issue. I can't have two Space Marines in the area they're at for structural. It's not built for that.
Okay.
The Ogren wouldn't be allowed there either.
You can have two people posted up outside just in case anything.
What weapons can we have on us with these cloaks?
This hand, he goes, the governor has informed you that sidearms will be not problematic. We do understand your position.
All right. Well, we'll have weapons at least. if there's anything that could harm us out of our armor or in our armor anyway, I mean, we would be in trouble.
I mean,
It's 1 hour.
I can leave Todd's character here to guard the equipment.
Yeah,
and
that's someone needs to guard the
Aoni can
equipment.
stay in armor, and all of James Darnell's squad, which is him and 5 others, they can come in strapped. They're just gonna have to wait. They can't wait inside the room, but they can wait inside like the halls and stuff.
Yeah, we're very, very close.
Yeah.
I'm not getting out of my fucking armor because there's some bullshit happening, and I'm not going to be caught with a fucking nurgle knife in my back.
A nurgle knife. If you want, you can. You just have to wait outside. So if you're fine with that, then it's not a problem.
Yeah, but if I send some bullshit in there, you know what's about to happen.
Yeah. But that's up to Johnny. I think 2 space rings outside isn't a big deal, but that's your call, Johnny.
If he's insisting, then yeah. But if you sense anything, don't just come storming in. You let me know. And then we will work on it from there.
Yeah. It's just that if you were inside, you would be able to scan each person.
Yeah, you would. That's why. I mean, if you want to come inside and scan, we'll have a better information. We won't be in our armor, but we'll have an advantage over all.
The problem being that I'm not safe inside my little tin can.
Yeah, I heard the. I heard the. I heard the.
Can.
Fuck! I have to sniff out the drugs.
But yeah, you can be safe in your tin can outside.
Yeah,
because
it's like
you won't be able to guarantee.
It would be like
what you need to know.
Because, like, yeah, you would know.
It's your choice, like Kurgan.
Yeah, depending on your roles, you would know pretty immediately if there's a presence in the party or not. But without you being in the party, you wouldn't be able to narrow it down at all.
We are trained for these, to be out of armor as well.
This is above character. Why are you saying that fucking thing? Like, fucking. Is the walls made out of like fucking super lead or some shit? Like.
It's just an older structure that is built
the problem
over
is that you'd
the
be
level.
Too far away, is what he's saying.
Why
you would have more problems.
You would be too far away to narrow down who it was. If you're in the party, you'd be able to walk around, get closer to people, and you'd be able to slowly but surely narrow it down. You'd do your detective work. But if you're outside, you'd be able to be like, I think there's something in that party. But you couldn't narrow it down. And the reason that space marines aren't allowed in there in full gear, just like an ogre or something large like that would be, is because this is an older building that was built when the Hive City was first founded, and half of it, which is where the party is taking place, is over the ledge of the Hive level. So it's built on like stilts, and it's like, you know, like those fancy ass houses you see in like Hollywood that are like over the cliff, like just fucking half supported. That's what it's like, and they genuinely don't think they could have multiple space marines walking around and it stay stable, so they just won't let that happen.
Completely understand that, knowing the structure of the building.
Yeah, that's why he says that. Like, you know, we don't want to
return.
Yeah, like one of you might be able to, but the second anything shook, that everybody would start screaming and run out, and that would definitely make the governor lose face. So he's like,
Please don't.
Yeah, please don't do that.
I beg you.
But yeah, you as a character, you literally are in a 50-50 spot because you would definitely see the disadvantage of being out of armor, but you, knowing your own ability, would definitely see the advantage of being up close.
Yeah, I have confidence in all of you. You can make your own decisions. I'm leaving the choice up to you, but I'm going in there unarmored.
I am also going in there unarmored. I want to impress the ladies. So Poma's gonna
strips
fuck
down
tonight, boys.
butt naked and puts on his new clothes.
My word!
Hog out.
I don't think.
This isn't a commando mission.
I don't think we can just take our armor off. I think there's a whole thing for that.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. So it takes like 20 minutes or so. It's like a whole thing.
Like 20 to an hour. If you, it's 20 if you can get the fucking tech priest to shut the fuck up.
You will not be able to penetrate my 4-pronged chastity belt. The Emperor protects.
My cock has a gorget. My foreskin is my armor.
By the way, fellas, I will probably be calling it around 11 o'clock. I got a fucking shitty ass early morning tomorrow.
Boo!
I know. I don't want to do it either.
You spurg.
Spur. Well, all right. So, yeah. What?
Kurgan, are you?
Yeah. What do you want to
What
do,
are you
Chester?
choosing?
Fucking no, dude, because it's some fucking bullshit. It's what it is.
Then also
no.
nothing. Then also
Yes.
nothing
It's a-
happens, and
To the party.
Say no armor, weenie. Don't be a girl.
You need to be inside and sensing it out. Come on.
No, because then guess what happens? We fucking die from a demon blade.
No.
Well, then we die from a demon blade.
See, what happens is you find it, and then we all take our combat knives and go
I have
shove it through them.
I have a pretty good, comfortable feeling that you would be able to feel a demon a lot more than like.
Yes.
If it's weaker than that PDF commander, there's no demons here.
Probably a
'Cause-
retrograde or small grade psyker.
Yeah, just latent psychers.
I have full faith in you.
finds out daughters in Astro. Some
Problem is, I don't have full faith in me because of the fucking -10 bullshit.
How would you not know your daughter's an astropath? with
No,
the
I'm
third
talking
eye
about
and
like
everything?
he finds out like the governor's daughter is like an astropath.
Well, that's
Oh,
so I thought navigators had the third eye. Astropaths were just high grade psychers.
oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, that's true. I'm just dumb. I'm tired.
Okay.
Getting your
Old.
mutants mixed up.
No worries. No worries. Get your mutant. Goddamn.
They all die.
No, brother. Those are the acceptable ones.
And AI.
Pretty sure all
They cool.
gang weed.
We'll fucking make it a character thing.
I'm
Willpower
keeping my fucking
test.
chain axe on.
All right.
me.
Plus 10
I'll-
because I'm so
I'll hang it from
inspiring.
something. I'll hang it and holster it from something nice.
Is this pass to do it or fail to do it?
Has to do it.
There you go.
Because yeah, if he
Smack it.
failed, then his wariness would be too much.
He feels the confidence of his sergeant. There you go.
Oh, he's feeling it in the
Alright.
hand on his hog.
So everybody's bringing just their pistol and their combat knife.
Yeah.
I'm bringing my chain axe. I'll hang it nice.
No.
I'm not, no,
Oh
I'm
no.
not.
You gotta wait
If
outside.
I'm not-
Yeah.
You gotta wait outside.
not-
If
If I'm not bringing my chain sword, and Gage isn't bringing his chain sword,
Yeah, your combat knife should be sufficient for any threats that can get in there. Just like we can't go in there in armor, any threats in armor cannot attack us or pop up out of there at that range because they would also collapse the structure.
Except for the
So-
Chaos Knight. That's gonna.
Yes, but a chain axe
Well,
will
at
not
that
help against
point,
that.
that wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
if you've
exactly.
seen
Straight up, if
iRobot,
it was
it's
a
gonna
kid,
be
you
the
can fight with it.
construction
If I'm gonna
droid
get killed
blowing
by a
up the
fucking
house with Will
GoBot, then
Smith.
it doesn't matter.
That's straight up. Actually, like that's why they can't have any more weight. It's because the Chaos Knight. So if they
It's
have
just
any
hanging
Space
out.
Marine-
Yeah.
it's
He's a
damn,
chandelier.
Or about 6 tons
It's a
away from
Bane
our
bla-
limit. We had to bring in the ceremonial Bane blade that shoots foam and party favors.
That's right. That's facts. But
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. I was like, no, this is the Bane blade that Alan said MBNM doesn't have.
there you go.
No, not a Bane blade.
All right. But yeah. So you guys will
Alright,
have you'll have your combat knives, bolt pistol, and 2 mags. And you do want Aoni in his full gear. You said.
Yeah, Aeonian is full gear outside at the door.
Okay. All right. Well, so with that, you guys.
Don't burn anyone, Aeoni.
So you don't want me to bring the flamer?
Bring the flamer. Just don't threaten to roast people. Okay? All right.
Yes. All right. Makes sense.
He's like,
Seeing
"Such
as
a
we're like
cringe."
hoity-toity party people now. I don't remember sharks ever swimming with a fish like this.
I mean, we gotta eat somehow.
Hmm. So do roast them. Got it.
No. Fucking raw.
All right. So yeah, Aoni will gear up. You're saying to Darnell, him and his boys are like gearing.
Yeah. Fucking strap up, boys. Strap on, boys.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not a problem.
Chain
Because
axe to sex.
Harrison, Luke, Mike,
I
Bet,
thought you were about to say heresy. I was
you
like,
two
where?
ask permission and acquire 2 of the Astartes bolters. You 2 ask permission and acquire 2 of the Astartes melee weapons. Aye, sir. So yeah, you guys see like, can I have a chainsword, my lord?
Please,
With
sir.
the little finger emoji.
And
Please,
so,
sir. Can I have another?
Kill you. I'll kill all of you.
yeah, I can say like the chain axe, sure, it's the same stats as the chainsword, but it doesn't, it's just cosmetic. But one of them will have strapped to his back the chain axe. One of them will have strapped to his back the chainsword. One will have strapped to his back the bolter. One will have strapped to his back another bolter. So they will be in the hallways. They
We can
can't come
grab
into
our
the party.
weapons. If we need to, we can just grab our weapons off of them too.
Yeah, but they can't use those weapons, so they're just strapped to their back. So like, if shit starts going down and they have to get in there, you're probably just gonna have those dudes just fucking hauling ass in there. You're gonna have to run over to them and get it off their back.
Yeah, but we'll still have access to our heavier weapons should we need them.
Yeah, but that's all that Darnell's comfortable with strapping to, because that leaves him and one other guardsman with nothing on their backs. That means they can
So
move around.
I didn't think.
Hmm.
You know what could have happened? We probably could have requisitioned carapace. That would have helped in this situation. We could wear that. You probably wear that under a robe because it's not that bulky at all.
Well, you
Damn
guys don't have any requisition right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so
All
like, like if, yeah, no, because you couldn't have even swung this. You try to call a company captain, and we need carapace for what? The governor's inviting us to a party. And hello,
Yeah.
hello.
It's like, all right, you want to requisition? The captain just looks at us. All right, you want to requisition something? Pulls up the fucking box pad. Here, call Tiberius. Hit number 1. Do it.
Tell him.
I don't think it's that
Ask him.
important. No, please tell him. Ask him right now. Like,
Yeah,
he can wait.
This
Yeah,
is a
if
direct
there were-
ride to
Oh,
it.
these
That's the
Space
thing.
Marines can't take care of some hoity-toity upper-class Imperial citizens.
yeah. If there were more Ogren units stationed here, I would say they might have some carapace that could fit you, but they just got the one guy, so he might have like one extra chest piece or something,
Yeah.
but he's not gonna have enough to kit you guys out.
That's fine.
But so your AP wearing these cloaks, they're better than nothing, but it's just AP3. So you'll have AP3
shit.
everywhere.
Like flax?
Except your dome piece. Yeah, you can feel this is like some exotic, like fucking scaly, like shit inlaid with like some metallic materials. Like it is fancy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like the outside feels like almost like some of the salamander like shit that they deal with. Like it has like very tiny, like almost like fish scales, and then on the inside it feels like a just like metallic like cloth material. Like it's like a combination of like fish skin and mithril. It's weird.
So it's almost like a brigandine.
So it feels like Matt came all over me. Got it.
Facts.
What?
He does come scales, I'm pretty sure.
He does.
It's
He's a
true.
little dragon boy.
My cum is solid.
Dragging these nuts.
Agony nuts.
Facts. But yeah, so you guys are gonna have AP3 from that, and then you guys have your pistol and your knife.
Knife.
Knife. A kniffy, if you will. And then you will proceed onward to your little party thing. So as you guys start,
Who's Mike? Alex, you're Mike. Dude, you're fucking.
what are you doing?
Whatever you're doing, you're
Dying.
fucking Mike, stop.
Oh, I'm not doing anything. What's it doing?
It
It
was
is.
staticky.
It was screaming
Robot
at us.
E.
Machine spirit was
sorry.
angry.
You were doing but yeah, so you guys proceed out. You're just gonna take the Valkyrie up to a landing pad, I assume.
Oh, we traveling bougie, huh? We traveling bougie?
Well,
I
do you
guess,
want the
yeah.
governor to send people to get you, or do you want to leave and go land somewhere?
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying that, like, bad. I'm saying, like, ooh.
Well, I'm just asking. Are we taking the Valkyrie or no?
I see no reason not to.
All right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty much you guys would land at a landing pad near the governor's location. It's pretty much his main landing pad where a lot of the guests are landing is just an area where there's actually all of his landing pads for his main area are already full. So basically, you just end up landing in an area nearby where they do a lot of the distribution for the manufactorum, like weapons, ammo, a lot of like industrial equipment and stuff like that. So you would land there, and yeah, this area is under guard. It looks like it's just like private security that's hired by either the governor or like the local whoever that's funding this supply depot. And you guys would kind of nod. Do you ask them any questions while you're leaving, or because they're really just guys who basically guard the landing pad in the area? They're not really that important.
Everyone's important to me, Alex.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm fucking with you. I don't give a shit about these people.
Yeah, you
Keep
guys
it
are
on it.
catching eyes for sure with the fucking shiny ass nice robes and whatnot. And
hope my
Aoni, who
robes
looks
don't
like
get
he's
dirty.
pulling guard duty.
It's because he is. That's
Yeah,
what he gets
he's-
for being
yeah.
a punk ass survivor. Should have died. Should have died with the boys.
Should have
Facts.
died with honor.
I'd rather live with my flavor. But
Oh, you that close with your equipment, huh?
but as you guys proceed, you just see that there's another individual who looks exactly like the guy who brought you the clothes, but he goes, "I am the governor's hand." Aoni's like, no, we've met the governor's hand. He goes, "I do apologize for the confusion, but the governor has many hands."
How many hands? Shouldn't he only have 2?
Because I believe currently at his status, he has 6, 7 of us? 7, yes. We just got a new one. Because
Do they all look the same? Question mark.
it was very similar. There's a style and a uniform that is about us. Aoni's like, huh.
What is your
Wouldn't
role?
that be weird? As he like nudges the closest one of y'all.
Yeah.
Goes, but if you would
I mean-
please follow me.
Out of character, as weird as that is, like plastic surgery does exist in 40K.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Longevity treatments.
I look beautiful. Can I get plastic surgery to look older? I want to look like I'm 98. How would you feel if your great grandpapa whooped your ass with a chainsaw? But as you guys basically get in the car, and the guy who's the hand, he had security as well with him, which are like, yeah, you wouldn't really need to roll awareness checks because you guys are just eyeballing. There's enough of y'all, and you're close enough where I feel like you'd notice all this stuff.
Are we holding hands?
Like in Chester, whenever you feel like it, just roll silence.
Yeah,
if
we're
you want.
holding hands,
We
bro.
want to keep going with that detection rating.
I mean, we homies.
But you
ain't we?
notice these guys are wearing like even better quality gear than like Imperial Stormtroopers would. Like these guys have some fucking shit on them. And you can see
And
that
who are
like
they?
most of
I'll
their
shit on 'em.
yeah, most of their las guns are actually customized to be on the hotshot setting. So like you can judge that they don't have the battery supply pack. They only have about like maybe 5-6 shots easily. Like just judging on your guys' experience with the technology. But you know them 6 shots would hurt even if you were in armor. And this like these guys are oozing money. It feels like, and it's like really like weird. Like it's
Yeah,
like
who the hell are these guys? Are
These
they
are the
private
personal
security?
bodyguard. Yeah.
Of,
Probably house.
of who?
They could
The
be house
governor.
guards, or they could be house
Mm.
guards for
Yeah.
his nobility. So.
yeah, it's not uncommon to see a couple guys like this, but the hand alone, who's here to escort you, has 4 of them with him. So it's like you're like like normally governors only have like 4 to 6 guys like this strapped, and he sent 4 with this one dude, which means that there's no way the governor has like 2 dudes just sitting at home with him, because you already seen how overprotective the governor is. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
But they
It also doesn't
also
help. The GM just keeps going. Yeah, that's weird.
yeah.
oh
it's
yeah,
real
oh
weird.
yeah. Watch me. I'm gonna make y'all fucking nervous as shit. I'm gonna watch you cringe and then laugh at you.
I got nervous when you pointed out the armor of the cloaks we're wearing.
I got nervous the moment
Oh,
you
I
started
was just describing
using
those
his
because I like the
voice.
way they look.
I got
But,
nervous as soon as you like.
Shut
Was there
up!
30 minutes
Fuck,
till
let me
game?
talk! Bad
No.
Matt. But,
We arrive in style.
Yes. Yes, we do.
I got soundboards, baby. Don't make me use them.
But no, like you also pick up on the fact that like these guys do not seem very well trained at all. Like they're like grouped up really close together. They are staring only at the person they're protecting. There's only like one guy there who seems like he really is aware of everything that's going on, and the other ones just seem like they're just kind of like half lazy kind of shit. Like walking by them, like even you, like Johnny, you like notice that one of them has the fucking safety on. Like he's not even.
I'm gonna talk to the the guy who seems like he actually has a handle on the situation. I want to get close to him and just
What?
yes, and and murder him in cold blood. No, and ask him how, like, are you the sergeant of these
I'm
of our
the
retinue
I'm the squad leader.
or the
of these
commander?
men, yes, sir.
Hooligans.
Have you noticed the sort of some of the problems among your men, or with all?
Yes, sir. But seeing as all of them are related to the governor and I do not raise up.
Oh,
Yeah, you're going a little
How-
robotic-y, staticky.
big is the governor's family?
He says,
Yeah.
seeing as most of them are related to the governor and I'm not, I do not protest.
All right, fellas.
Well,
I got about 15 more minutes in me, and then I'm heading to sleep.
That's no problem.
all right.
But yeah, that's what he was.
Also, how big's the fucking governor's family?
At least, like this is at least 8 maths worth.
Hey, what?
8 maths worth.
What does that mean?
Like like how many maths is it to the bottom of a barrel? And it's like eight worth of those.
So at least 12.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Right.
Chester, you are detecting that presence more. The second you are back up in this level, like it's definitely a lot more than when you were here before, just talking with the governor. It's like this area, like, and you can feel it growing towards the party. Like you just feel, it's like you're not sure if it's multiple things or if it's one big thing. You just feel this like, like you've like it could be just there's a bunch of pieces of shit there. It could be corruption. You're not sure yet. But
No,
you
it's
do
not.
feel
So
it more.
I'm gonna. It's not that. So I'm gonna keep a look on my clock, and about every 2 or 3 minutes, I'm gonna put up another cynicians test.
That's perfectly fine. You're gonna keep it on. You're gonna keep it rolling.
Until I get a crit success and you tell me what the fuck is happening and who's going to summon a demon so I can shoot them.
With my penis.
Alright, so as you guys proceed, you get in the cars. Obviously, Aone's not going to fit in the car, so he pretty much just kind of jogs alongside of it.
Sussy.
And like, there's like people who are like walking the streets and stuff, and they're just seeing this space marine, and they're like in awe, and he's just like waving and stuff.
Is there a sunroof equivalent?
You can just roll down the window if you want.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
I
you're
was
in,
thinking
like-
there's gonna be like a sunroof equivalent.
You're
so
you're
you
in like
stand up and, like,
civilian-based
wave.
luxury cars.
Yeah.
But you guys proceed on to the palace or fucking whatever it is, and the gates open up. You come in. You've seen the area before, but now you're seeing off to the left. There's a wing of the building, and it's like most of it is over the edge, and you do see that there's more security here than you saw earlier in the day, and
Like actual security, not like soldier security, right?
PDF. There's some Cadians. There's some Arbites.
I guess it's an important party. It's okay for now. For today and tonight only. There better not be fucking persisting through tomorrow.
There not be demons in here.
Yeah, but there's also
There
like
might be
some.
hot babes.
There's a few individuals that you don't recognize as like PDF or guardsmen. They're in like black or silver uniforms. Roll me. Everybody can roll me. Actually, yeah, you can all roll me awareness to see if you see more of anything. Chester,
if I
you
don't
can roll
want
an
'em?
awareness and another Psyniscience test. And then on top of that, you all can roll me a common lore Imperium.
We get a +10 to awareness from our senses, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to put that in for mine.
I'm just
Which
gonna
would
put
not
that
have
in.
helped.
I'm gonna put that in a modifier right now, but
No.
that's fine.
4 degrees of success on the Psyniscience. Everything else is a failure for me.
Save.
I didn't even put the plus
Run
in,
that
but I
in.
still succeeded.
1 degree of failure. Oh well.
I got good awareness roll at least. So
Okay, and
We've
then
got
after
one
the
good
awareness
awareness,
rolls,
one
yeah,
good-
anyone. So like Thomas, like anyone can roll common lore Imperium. So like Ergen, he failed his. So like you notice the uniforms, but you're not really sure what they are. Like Ergen, and for the Psyniscience,
oh,
it's oh
Oh,
Connor. Oh,
Yeah.
you almost got it,
No,
Thomas. Yeah, Johnny's dumb as shit.
Okay.
yeah.
So hold on, the sheet's really small right now. I'm trying to fix it. So you said common lore Imperium?
Yeah. Where is
I'll
your
give it a run.
Psyniscience test? Like there it is. 4 degrees of
Yeah, 4
success.
wow.
degrees.
Yeah, you're definitely detecting a few individuals. It's again, it's not extreme to the extent like the commander was prior to you grabbing her hand, but there's people in there that you are detecting this. And again, you haven't had formal training in this aspect, so like you still are having issues differentiating people having a warp entity and people having like a heretical kind of like presence, because like even someone who's just a piece of shit can put off like that presence, but
So it
definitely
doesn't matter.
yeah, it's not to the extent of the PDF commander prior to grabbing her hand. So
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep watching them, and if it gets even close to that, blow.
yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, I'm just giving you the info because like this, like how I'm explaining it to you, that's how you're gonna have to like slowly gauge it and develop your abilities, because that's basically how your brain's like kind of breaking it down. It's like you basically have to teach yourself off of past experience. So it's like, well, I know what a dog smells like, and I know what bacon smells like. This is neither of those.
Feels like cum.
It smells like cum.
it smells fishy.
Is this? It smells like cum. Tastes like cum. It's cum. I think this.
This is calm.
And for who?
Give me another.
Did anyone pass the Imperial test?
4 awareness here.
No
I
one.
got it. No, I got 4 degrees.
No,
For
the
the
common
Imperium?
lore.
Oh, not the Imperium. No, I thought you said
Yeah,
awareness.
Where you
Didn't
rolled
I
a
say awareness?
95.
No, I needed an awareness and a common lore Imperium.
Yeah.
And I think
okay. Yeah. No, I got the
everybody-
awareness, but not the Imperium.
Yeah,
Our
everyone
only
failed.
intelligence character
Isn't
is
here.
AFK.
Well,
Let
I
me.
mean,
Well, he's
I got 50 in that shit.
yeah, but he's like tech use. He still only has a 50 in intelligence too. So it's he's the same as Thomas. Thomas got the closest. I'm gonna
I
roll
wish-
Aoni, but he.
Hmm.
Man,
he's not built for
Man,
that.
I wish Pharos was here. He'd whoop the shit out of this thing.
Or
He's also rank fucking 4.
it's just a regular intelligence check.
He would have passed.
Oh, right, Aoni.
Holy shit!
Aoni is.
I
Aoni's a
know
savant.
everything.
I wrote a book report about this in Space Marine School.
Y'all are pointing stuff out because Aoni's just playing with his flamer, and he's not even. I didn't roll an awareness stat. He's just not fucking looking, and y'all are just like, who are those guys in this, and who's that and that? And he goes, oh, those guys in silver? No, those are mercenaries out of this sector. He goes, oh, those guys in the blue? Yeah, those are pirates out of this sector. Oh, those guys in the dark purple? Yeah, those are Xenos hunters out of this sector. Oh, those guys there, those are bounty hunters out of this sector. Oh, those guys there,
Pirates.
those are Imperials. They're just assigned to this quadrant. And he's just like quoting like that, just saying all this. So like you're basically seeing like a bunch of people who that's their hired muscle apparently. And so I guess these
Oh.
people who are visiting for the party are like off-worlders or are from the moon.
The moon?
Yeah,
Are they
because
whalers from the moon?
possibly.
Wailing on the moon.
They carry a harp.
They tell tall
But
tales.
yeah, he's fucking
In
sitting
our
there like an
wailing tune.
encyclopedia, just fucking telling you, like, yeah, that's this, and this, and that's that. And I don't even know how I know this information. I'm just great.
I'm just great. I just have a huge penis.
But yeah.
Great.
So you guys are greeted again by another like a hostess, and she's like, "Oh well, I'd be happy to escort you inside."
Is she pretty?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Sure.
Define pretty.
I'll be right back. From
She alright. But you guys proceed in. She asks that the sergeant and his men wait in the hallway. She asked if Aoni would wait outside. Aoni looks at her, looks at you.
I mean, yeah, you're waiting outside because you're in armor, Aoni.
Yeah, but you tell me that, not her.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I just told you.
And he just goes and steps up, like over. He just literally is just a couple steps from the door and just proceeds to stand there on like a guard position.
And that's where he'll be.
Yeah,
So
literally.
don't tell you that. That's what I tell her. Like that's his position. He's not moving from there unless
Understood.
anything changes.
Nothing like greeting a space marine every time someone comes in. Quite an inspiring experience. And Darnell just looks over and goes, Sergeant, do you want us to just remain here in this hallway, or do you need some of us to spread out and look around?
The two of you without our munitions on them can sort of mill about the party and keep your eyes open, and the other four should stick close to wherever we will be. One of you per one of us, essentially, almost.
Well, by all means. Well, if they're coming in with their primary weapons, they gotta stay in the hall. So Darnell can hand his las gun over to the other guy, and he can go in with you guys. But the rest of them would have to be in the halls.
Yeah, that's fine.
And they're yeah.
But
So
I mean,
it's,
like, if we change rooms, someone go with, like, if two of us go to a different room, two of them should go with them too.
yeah. So
Kinda
it's
makes sense, I'm saying.
basically it's there's a large ballroom with like a tall like 3-story glass window that overlooks the edge, and so you guys are going in that, and it's pretty sizable. It's like almost the size of a football field, and
Okay.
the hallway is obviously near the main entrances. Now, yes, you can go through the hall to another room, but there's always going to be a hall at an entrance. So they're always going to be floating there. So unless you guys leave to another room and don't tell them, they're always going to be at the main entrance that you guys walked in from.
Sounds
So
good.
so you guys are greeted. You walk into the hall. Sergeant Darnell, he takes his las gun and hands it to the other guy, and he proceeds in with you guys. He does make sure that he provided all of you guys with a comm link, so you guys are able to communicate with each other and the guardsmen. So you guys do have those, but or a vox bead, I think is what they call them.
Yeah, I think so. Microbead.
Yeah, microbead. There you go. And so you guys proceed in. Somebody does like an introduction, and there's like some fucking music that plays, and it stops for a second. He goes, "Entering Sergeant Kainos and company," and then
Boys.
the fuck. And then Sergeant Darnell just like looks like he just looks like he smelled something bad. He's just like, "What the toy?" And then you guys proceeded.
Yep. I'll do the I'll do the show. I'll wave to the people and make sure like, hey, like, make it look good.
Yeah, there's like a good minute of like clapping and like and all
These
that for a second.
absolute fucking just murder machines are
Putting
have
on a
arrived.
show. It's like Magic Mike. Beautiful.
Anyways,
But
fellas, I gotta head out.
all
Enjoy
right,
your RP. If I die, tell me I'm coming back as a tech marine. Fuck you.
facts. All right, we'll catch you
Facts,
later.
on God. All right, peace out, boys.
Adios.
But as you guys are proceeding in, like Kurgan, it immediately the flood of just like everybody's kind of like overwhelming feelings and stuff like that. Like you don't normally have to deal with this much psychic energy and bullshit in this like a large of a crowd at once. So like it is kind of overwhelming at first, and you're just kind of taking a moment to like kind of quiet your mind and shit. So as you guys are proceeding through, Johnny, you would take note of this as he's kind of like you can tell like just the uproar of like emotion and stuff in the room kind of offsets like Kurgan for a second, like he's just kind of trying to catch himself.
I'll vox to him. I don't know how are you feeling? Do you sense anything yet, other than the usual?
He's still just looking around the room.
All right. Remember to notify me if you find anything out of the ordinary.
So with that, yeah, you guys proceed to just go through the party. Are you guys looking for anything in particular? Do you split up? Like how do you guys do it?
I'll let the rest of the squad sort of delegate where they go, but I'll let them know I'll deal with the socializing and making the appearances good. If you guys have things you want to like, if you want to talk to specific people, you guys are free to do what you wish here. But if you want to, if you sense any trouble or danger, vox me immediately, and we'll figure out what to do from there. And don't just go off without any sort of signal to us and the rest of us.
All right. Since the sergeant just kind of nods and starts spreading out a little bit, but he makes sure he kind of stays within like 5 meters of everybody. So yeah, like Kurgan, are you going on your own like Kurgan to just kind of wander around, or are you staying next to the sergeant? Like how do
He's
you?
got to stay near the sergeant, so that's what he's going to do, man.
You don't have to stay near me. I just said you can go anywhere you want. Just let me know.
Yeah, when they say
Oh.
like the sergeant
Oh,
needs to,
Inquisitor said.
he didn't literally mean like attached to his hip. He just
Inquisitor
means-
said.
I mean, if that's your wish, Kurgan, you can hang with me. It's all right.
It wasn't meaning literal though. He just means don't fuck off to another like area. Like, yeah, don't be weird. Like like when somebody's like obviously like possessed by a demon, they start hiding and stuff. Like I'm gonna wander off here for a little bit, but alright, so you'll stay near the sergeant. Gage, were you wanting to move around or do anything on your own, or you wanted to just kind of stay with the group too?
Corvon's gonna go find like a corner to like stand in and basically just like brood and just
And
watch
look menacing.
everyone and like just watch everyone in like waiting basically for someone to show up.
That's all right. Gotcha. So you could just roll awareness checks every once in a while. Then, if you're just sitting there watching,
Yep.
and I think Thomas, did you say you stepped away? I think you did. I don't know if he's back yet. Okay, yeah. So I will just have Thomas over there with Corvin. So like Kurgan with that last test, yeah, you bump into somebody and sense a presence. You're not sure what it is, but there's something there. It's some sort of warp presence around them. You look at the individual and they just look like a pretty pompous man. He's got like monocles and
I'm
stuff like that.
going to need you to tell me that again, so that I am very clear before I execute him. You said that there was a warp presence in this individual.
Yes, the people can have warp presences that are not demons. People have presences in the warp. That
Oh. Yeah.
humans just have
But
that.
I do not know this. See, I am not formally trained.
Yeah, you just know that it doesn't feel like the PDF commander felt. It doesn't feel demonic.
Not feel like the PDF commander.
Yeah, it doesn't feel demonic. That's what you feel. Because you have met rogue traders before who were pieces of shit, and you would know that like they had a presence about them, but you knew they weren't demonic. So you know that it doesn't feel exactly like that one rogue trader you met, but it doesn't feel like the PDF commander either. So you know it's not demonic, but you're not sure what it is. You just feel this presence on him.
Uh-huh.
So did you want to talk to him or anything? You just want to breeze past him and just kind of keep an eye on him?
He's not a demon. I'm not bothering.
Okay. Then yeah, as you guys proceed through, are you walking up to anyone in particular, Johnny, or are you just kind of walking around just mingling?
If the governor's anywhere, I'll go and I'll keep the governor occupied. And if he, because I assumed he wants to show us off to people, so I'll go over there and I'll like schmooze.
Oh, my friends! Space Marines! How are you? You're very charming.
Delighted and honored by your gifts, and he'll point towards he'll motion for the cloak, and
Corvin,
very
you
gracious
see,
that you've invited us here.
Corvin, you see everybody who's armed that's in this room currently.
So, I like it.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't I invite you? There's some people I'd like you to meet. Come this way. Come this way.
All right, and then just generally, or unless there's more conversation in character.
No.
Okay, yeah, he'll just generally just be very respectful and typical Carcharodon, like oh yes, that is very great, thank you, and very nice to all of the people he meets.
Thomas, did you want to stay with Corvin and just keep an overwatch in the party, or did you want to follow with like Kurgan and the sergeant?
I'll follow with the sergeant, like Kurgan, to my gregarious nature. So yeah, I'd want to meet people and understand what it is these humans do.
Gotcha.
Also, I feel like it's very important to note this in case something happens. My back is like up against the corner. Like it would be impossible for someone to sneak up behind me.
I got you. I got it.
That's why they had
motherfuckers, man.
That's why they had the Spider-Man mutation and they came from above.
That's why the ceiling's false and I can shoot through it, bitch.
The corner is your enemy.
Don't need to know. Don't need
We're
to
fighting a
sneak
hound
up on you
Tendelos
with a
comes
sniper
underneath.
rifle.
Little did I know the man was hiding as the corner of the room.
Facts. He is the wall.
Son of a bitch, he was a mimic.
But yeah. So as you guys are just kind of going through, at this point, the governor's like showing you off and stuff, and Johnny, you're shaking hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Kurgan's over there, he's kind of still like kind of struggling a little bit every now and then with the amount of people and presences here and stuff. And it seems to get even worse when you see that the governor's like astropath is here, like next to him, and he's talking to him. He goes, "Oh yes, this is Barteleman. He is my astropath." He sends. Well, I don't need to explain to the Space Marines what an astropath does, but that is his title. He is great in my court.
In the most respectful way, doesn't the astropath have duties to attend to at the moment?
At the moment, no. He is fine. He is one of 3 that we currently have at the city. That's a
lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's
a
a
little
lot.
weird.
3? This is actually
yes. One was
nice.
one was brought to us, escaped from Arcadia before it fell. The other one is actually up for, sadly to say, but possible retirement.
Where is the one from Arcadia currently?
He's just through those doors there. He's in the communications room.
Go and check. Go and check on him. Arcadia's fallen, so just double check on him.
You tell who's going to check on him?
I told Lycurgan, I'll microbeat to him like, hey Lycurgan, go fucking check on this dude from Arcadia. This is his location.
Okay, I will do so.
All right. Do you want to send anybody with him? You want Darnell to go with him?
One of the guys with a bolter should go with him. Or yeah, because he's off in like a side room, right? So he can go back to the hallway and have a hallway person go with him.
If he wants one of the guards, yeah, he can. You're gonna microbeat the guardsman, or you want just like Kurgan to call out to him when he walks by?
Yeah, I'll just like Kurgan take dude's name and go check on this dude.
I am curious. You have 3 astropaths on station.
Yes, yeah, we do.
How are you funding such, well, processed payments?
With all of our supporters and stuff that is here. Look, so we sell them land in the Hive City, which they have to pay tithes to the Imperium. And then they use them to manufacture goods and equipment and arms, which they will then in turn have to donate in tithes to the Imperium. And whatever is left over, they are free to sell or trade as they seem fit. With us being a prime location in the sector, a lot of these individuals have become vastly wealthy, selling it to other worlds that cannot be supplied properly by the Imperium themselves. And the Imperium
that-
lets them take these payments, and a fraction of them are given to the Imperium as tithes.
Is that also how you fund your? Haven't we seen more of those guard?
Yeah, you would see. So you noticed a couple. Corvin, sorry. I don't actually know. Corvin, are you like feeding this information to the sergeant, or are you just kind of
Yeah.
because you see he's talking and stuff pretty often?
No, I'll be feeding him when he stops talking. Like in between, I'll be giving him like any information that I find.
Okay, then yeah, you
or,
would
like,
know
things
that
I notice of importance.
Corvin has seen. There's at least 6 watching the governor at all times. He's seen 14 in total come and go.
Yeah. Then I'll also bring up. So is that also how you fund your sort of your personal guard that is larger than most?
Yes, in some cases, the tithes are donated as 100% equipment. And what will happen is that I will in turn just donate money or weapons as my tithe. So, these people become
Is that
wealthy.
a normal thing to do? To just
On
take
like
the
a
equipment and then instead spend money?
Well, you can do your tithe as anything. Like the Imperium does demand like recruitment tithes and equipment and money, but if you can't meet one, they'll take the rest in others. So if you're a very vast mining world with very little population, they obviously won't want to recruit from it because if your population
they'll take
decreases,
people.
yeah, they'll just take money or they'll take the materials.
But here they have the materials to give. But
They have the
instead
materials,
he's
they have the
giving
money, and they have people because Ambianum is a recruitment city.
Yeah. So is it normal to substitute recruitment like or the tithe like that if they have the tithe available?
Well, the Ambianum gives the people irregardless. What will happen sometimes is that the way it's supposed to work is that the people who bought the Hive City land to make their manufactorums, they pay the tithe to him.
Yeah.
So when he goes to pay his tithe,
Mm.
if they
But that's what
offer
I'm
him
wondering.
equipment, the Imperium doesn't care. As long as the
Yeah,
Imperium
but
gets
that's what I'm wondering.
money,
Is the
weapons,
Imperium
or so.
actually asking for equipment from him, or are they just asking for?
They're asking for
XYZ?
everything. Yeah. So like the
Yeah,
way
so
it
if
is.
he's not.
Well, no. So the way it is that he'll say, "Hey, your manufactorum owes me like 30,000 credits in supplies," and they'll be like, in tithes, my bad. And then they'll be like, "Well, I have like 1,000 hotshot las guns. Do you want those instead?"
Okay, so the
He'll take
manufactorum is
equipment.
swapping
Yeah,
it out. Not him.
he's confined to
Okay.
how he has to pay. They're not. They just pay
Okay.
whatever. Yeah. So if he wants to cover their loss or whatever, or he takes stuff, then yeah. But he is. It's like it's not normally how stuff's supposed to be done because it's really like he is in a position where he's influxing in value incredibly. Like his family is rich as shit, and they've continued to do so. But
Yeah, and that is
we're
definitely
also in Jericho's reach, where the Imperium doesn't have like the best support system. So like planets like this are a necessity. Because like yeah, there are planets in Jericho's reach where the Imperium cannot supply them arms and people and stuff. So these other planets that can get third-party rogue traders and stuff to go there and sell them shit, that's the only thing they can do. And the Imperium kind of makes up the difference by tithing all these rogue traders in their dealings. So it's basically that's it's not illegitimate, but it's a very slippery slope because a lot of governors in this position tend to get incredibly greedy and they slip.
like he's doing.
Possibly, yeah, because he's like very skittish and he's a hoarder, and you can already tell it's like because he has three fucking
Well, yeah, he also
dudes.
values himself more than pretty much anyone else.
Because he is value. He has money. He
Yes,
is
but
worth.
to an extreme.
Yeah, definitely. Like Kirkin, you definitely roll another one. And you do walk out into the hallway. At this point, your head's a little hurting, but you do see, the guardsman steps up to you. He goes, "Do you want me to hand you your bolter, sir?"
No.
All right, then, sir. You lead the way, and I'll follow.
Yeah, just failures nonstop. So
I mean, you can use a fate point if you want, but otherwise, yeah, you're gonna have another roll now because it's only a half action to do it, anyways.
Oh.
guess fate that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
When
There
you
you go.
reroll fate, it's a +10, right?
That's right. So you have a plus 20 right now because of your bonuses and the reroll.
7 degrees.
Ooh.
God damn.
Nice.
Watch it be some more vague bullshit.
Atta boy.
It's all gonna be vague. Get trained, bitch. That's
What?
What am I supposed to
Fucking
tell you the
smell
difference
it.
between coke and weed when you haven't smelt
Listen,
either?
Listen, motherfucker. Listen, motherfucker. Somebody smells like chips. They've been eating chips. Now let me smell it.
Well, you don't know if it's Doritos.
Looking at Ione over here. I smell flesh.
I smell flesh. But yeah, you feel well. I mean, you immediately feel a psychic presence because it's a fucking astropath. So this astropath is in front of you, and it's again, you don't feel demonic. You don't feel any demonic presence, but this is shit you haven't felt before at all. It's almost like you can feel warp energy like whirling and vortexing.
This is the Acadia person.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can feel them before you even go through the door. You can also feel more clearly 6 presences in the other room that feel different before. Again, these are all just like presences and feelings and stuff you haven't felt before. And you're much more attuned to them. But you do know that this astropath feels different than the one you met next to the governor.
Does it feel like the commander that had the fucking demon?
No, it doesn't feel foul like that. Not at all.
So why the fuck am I even here?
Check on him to make sure that he doesn't feel foul.
Doesn't.
Okay, I mean you can literally just walk away then. That's if you want to do that.
Yeah.
I just asked you to check on him. You checked on him.
So then, so with that, you would just go to the party. The guardsman just looks and goes, "Do you not need to speak to him, my lord?"
No.
Okay, by your will, sir. I'll be here if you need me.
I kind of want to speak to the governor a bit since I have the sergeant present.
Yeah, sure. You guys are right there as like Harkin's heading back to you guys.
There's a delegation of opulence here. I'm afraid a lowborn such as myself has not seen for quite some time. I am curious, Governor. You have all of this, well, let's call it posturing, to be kind. Do you not seek to delegate more resources towards the war effort? This is a bit of a threat if a city has already fallen. Arcadia, was it not? I read in the
Yeah.
report.
And
Yes.
helium.
Yes, and helium, yes, the labor city. But we are next in line. There's only one road between us and Rose Path's Landing. If we follow the capital, is surely next.
You have these house guard, these mercenaries, these, well, pirates. Why do you not hire them into front-line work?
I would if they were not already in the service of my compatriots here, our benefactors. Some of them are on a payroll for them. I definitely could offer more, but for me to outpay my compatriots would definitely not be in the right light for us, would it?
No, of course not, but to simply watch as your assets squandered and wasted as rebels rise up in the ranks, do you not seek, and as well as your compatriots, to levy and of course protect said assets that you do not lose them?
Oh, yes, by all means, Space Marine. That's what this party is for. Showing that their investment is worth pouring more money into, with these Space Marines here to motivate and help with the defense. Because of you, we will bolster our funding to be able to get even more divisions raised and possibly even hire entire fleets of rogue traders to come and assist the Navy.
A curious question. I have not been stationed long. I was with the fleet. How long has this rebellion, or we'll say dissidence, been going on?
It's 5 years.
5 years. That's the equivalent of half the time to pay a tithe.
Yes.
I'm curious as to why it hasn't been mitigated with your comrades, these nobles and the like that are at the soiree, that their assets haven't been in danger for half a decade.
Well, the battle has been occurring on 2 other quadrants, and nurgle has been spreading. We have sent our divisions forward to those lines, as we've been advised numerous times, Ambianum being our most prominent recruitment city in this quadrant. But with those quadrants falling and now us coming under siege, we are more vital than ever, and under more duress than before.
You speak the name of one of the dark gods in the presence of his beloved sons. You're a bold one, Sergeant. Sorry, you're a bold one, Governor.
Do apologize, Brother Space Marine, but when talking about certain heretical forces, it is not simply a rebellion when dealing with this particular one. You know of their tactics, the endless waves of the undead, the pestilence, the diseases. It is different than just a simple rebellion. Rebellions can be squashed. This presence must be eradicated.
How long standard has the Inquisition been levied into these soiree of yours?
Sorry, how long has what now?
How long has the Inquisition been planet-side to deal with the threat of heresy, basically?
She got here like, what? Well, he got
Like a
here
week
like
ago?
a week before y'all? Like, not that long? Like, the Inquisitor's been planet side like 2 weeks. The Imperial Guard Regiment has been here for like a month. So it's been just RBDs and PDF forces holding off for basically 5 years.
More questions arise as they are answered, Governor. If you had been dealing with the threats of the ruinous powers for such an extended period of time, why did you not reach out to save the citizens of the Imperium much sooner?
Well,
They
we
did.
reached
It just
out.
took time. Yeah.
Yeah, they reached out the second the first Hive City fell, because the Nurgle Marine, like, they ended up getting all the information at some point from survivors, but essentially what it was is that a RBT squad found a Nurgle Marine in the bowels of a Hive City. It awoke and then proceeded to spread the taint of Nurgle, and then basically over the next 5 years.
A little more shocked he's openly using the name.
Yeah, I mean, but he was like just using it in the aspect of like with Nurgle comes certain challenges, because it is just the fact that there's just masses of bodies and stuff. But yeah, like they put out a call as soon as they could within the first few months, but it just took everybody that long to get here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, he used Nurgle just basically to explain the challenges they face. But yeah, he like, that's the only way I know to describe it. The masses of bodies, the pestilence, the famine, the disgusting rot that occurs. It's disgusting.
Yes, I
Chester,
think
roll
that
me
what
another sinus.
my comrade Ruka here is trying to say is that possibly you could donate more. You and your compatriots could be donating more able men and bodies to the front line.
We
And
most certainly would. I mean, we would definitely
that you do not
support
need
that.
as much defenses in this place as you do.
I mean, I can
And with
see.
that charm roll, he's trying to put it as tactly as possible.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, well,
Merely
I can understand that, but we are doing our best to support the war effort. Like Kurgan, as you're coming back, like you get back to the gun.